everybody, and welcome in once again to the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena here for the beginning of a back-to-back weekend in the 607. You're listening to Black Bears Hockey on YouTube. Brooks Hill calling the action tonight. My partner Cole Parenti will join me in just a second. Super producer Peter on the ones and twos tonight on the OBS and live stream side of things. Everybody down in the video room always doing a great job as always, as the Zamboni has made its passes here. As warm-ups has concluded, we are getting ready for at least 60 minutes of exciting hockey between the Carolina Thunderbirds of the Continental Division and the Binghamton Black Bears, first place in the Empire Division. You're listening to the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Triple Cities Family Dental always makes your smile their priority. You can schedule an appointment by calling them at 607-545-4148 today. A couple of the Black Bears, along with Bingo, made their way out to Triple Cities earlier this week for some photo opportunities. You know, they offered to fix Tyson Kirkby's missing tooth, but I don't think he was too keen on getting it replaced just quite yet. He's still going for that hockey player style look, missing one of his two front teeth. As I welcome in my partner Cole Parenti here tonight. Cole, the Black Bears were able to defeat the Danbury Hat-Tricks by a final score of 4-2 in a absolutely penalty ridiculed game between both sides. Over 90 minutes combined in the sin bin. Saw Coach Sherwood get ejected from the game, but the Black Bears were still able to hang on and defeat the Hat-Tricks and pick up a much-needed 3 points.
Yeah, and Coach Sherwood is definitely looking a little lighter around the arena, as you know, he was fined for his altercation, but the Black Bears pick up a much, I would say needed, but they're off to a hot start, a much appreciated 3 points against the reigning champs, who haven't had much of an answer for the Black Bears offense in the last 2 times they've seen them. Now the Black Bears have a different challenge tonight. They took a thumping from these Carolina Thunderbirds last year, lost 3 straight here at home, only getting 1 point. We'll see if the new look Black Bears can give Carolina a bit of a tougher time.
And also, for the record to be shown, there was a lot of ejections from that game. Daniel Ainsbury got an aggressor ejection. He was also suspended 2 games as a repeat offense from the Danbury side. Coach Billy McQuarrie was also fined for his post-game ejection, as he got ejected after the clock had officially buzzed and hit triple zeros up on the scoreboard. Mac Lewis got a third-man in ejection. No suspension came of that. And Dan Weber's 5-minute major boarding call that happened in the third period was instead it was ruled a match penalty at the time. The league reviewed it with the video that they had. They knocked that down to a major penalty, so no suspension for Dan Weber. Him and Mac Lewis both in the lineup tonight for the Black Bears. We're getting to the lineup, all that and more on the other side of this timeout. We'll be right back on the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show after these messages.
Hockey fans, the Black Bears return to home ice on November 10th and 11th to take on the Carolina Thunderbirds. Saturday night is Military Appreciation Night presented by Lockheed Martin, and the Black Bears will be wearing specialty jerseys once again. Grab those tickets now at BinghamtonBlackBears.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
All about you make me think of good things.
Good day.
Like calming tempers down.
Good day.
And passing them around.
So stand up and cheer. Well, that's gonna be a good thing.
Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Welcome back into the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Brooks Hill, Cole Parenti with you here as before we went into that timeout, we talked about Black Bears Rewind, what happened in that Danbury game. Cole, and one thing we forgot to mention, Black Bears scored 3 goals in a span of 2:15 thanks to Connor Smith, Brendan Stanko, and Nikita Ivashkin.
Yeah, and Brooks, it was one-line show, and I'm starting to nickname them The Line, because when you think about the Binghamton Black Bears and you think about the offense that's been coming these past few games, it's been that line, The Line. Brendan Stanko, Connor Smith, and Nikita Ivashkin, each with a goal in a span of 2 minutes. A truly unthinkable thing to see on the ice. So an amazing performance by those 3.
Yep. Brendan Stanko tied for the league lead in assists. At least he was going into last night. Now, somebody from Columbus might have jumped past Stanko for the time being, as they were able to defeat the Zydeco 6-1 last night. Former Black Bear goaltender Taylor Joseph picking up his first win with the Columbus River Dragons. Want to wish him well. Don't see Columbus this year, at least until the finals. That's the only time that Binghamton and Columbus would meet. And hopefully that could be the case and get to see a familiar face. But for now, time to transition into the Tully's Good Times with Coach interview and Tully's Coach's Corner. Next show will be Tuesday, November 28th at 6 p.m. Same Tully's location on the Vestal Parkway, same time at 6. Myself, Coach Sherwood, and a player to be named at a later date. But let's hear Coach Sherwood's thoughts coming up in a second.
Tully's Coach's Corner, joined here by head coach Brant Sherwood, ahead of a big night. Coach, it could be a matchup that we see later on during the season, and don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but seeing the Carolina Thunderbirds for the first time this season, going to see them 2 more times down in Winston-Salem, but it all kick-starts here tonight on Veterans Day weekend on Friday night. 7 games in, starting to get a feel for some of the guys here. What have you noticed so far here going into this interdivision matchup?
So far we just have some good vibes. Like practices have been upbeat. You know, they need a little reminder on Wednesday, and after the reminder, they picked it right back up. So Thursday we had a great skate, and then Friday we had a great skate as well. But I just think everyone's enjoying each other's company, and everyone's happy coming to the rink.
A lot of guys seem to blame Wednesday's practice on Morgan Wallen being playing through the locker room ahead of time. Do you have any comments about Morgan Wallen's music about that?
It's funny they're putting the blame on Morgan Wallen when it might be their Tuesday night bowling that's playing a factor into that. But yeah, maybe they need some more upbeat tunes in the room before the midday week practice.
You know, Coach Harrison taking some years off from the FPHL now, back with the Carolina Thunderbirds, and this team made it all the way to the Commissioner's Cup final last year, lost in the ultimate Game 5 against Danbury, and they got a lot of returners. What about their play stands out and you guys spent time preparing for this week?
Well, first of all, I think they should have won that game in Danbury. It's just unfortunate with the operation over there. But yeah, they have a great team that definitely, in my opinion, should have won the finals. But yeah, they have a lot of the same faces coming back, and Steve, he's a great coach. He's got a ton of experience. He's got drafted in the NHL, so he's pretty knowledgeable of the game. And just by watching film, like, we can expect a good cycle off their lines. They have good puck support in the O-zone, but also they're pretty well coached defensively. They're great at angling. They have a high F3. All stuff that kind of we preach over here. So I'm just expecting a really good hockey game.
I think a lot of people are as well tonight. Going to be the first sellout of the season. How excited are the guys to play in front of almost 5,000 people here tonight inside the Veterans Memorial Arena?
Well, I know I'm excited, so I think these boys are going to be a little bit more fired up than myself. But yeah, it's something truly special. I think in my career I've only played in maybe a dozen of sold out crowds, and I have over 200 something games. So the fact that we can do that on almost a regular basis here it's amazing, and it really shows what a hockey town this is.
All right, Coach Sherwood, thank you for your time and good luck tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Appreciate it, Brooksy. Thanks.
All right, that's the voice of head coach Brant Sherwood. More coming up after these messages on the.
Well, that was Coach Sherwood. A little bit of an audible here during the pregame show. We're going to go to commercial during the national anthem instead. And no surprise, Cole, the line making the start tonight once again. Nikita Ivashkin and Connor Smith on the wings, centered by Brendan Stanko in the middle. And it looks like we're going to get all 4 Adrian College Bulldogs in the starting lineup tonight, as Dakota Bond will make his FPHL debut, and he's paired up with his college teammate and Black Bear staple so far this season, Dan Stone, on the blue line.
Yeah, we spoke to Coach Sherwood after that game in Danbury. He called Dan Stone the backbone of his defense. He's been strong. He's shown that he can be a solid defender in this league, and partnered up with a familiar face in Dakota Bond is a interesting way to start your first game if you're Dakota. You just see Connor McAnanama getting the start tonight. He's getting his first game since that Danbury loss in the shootout, with Sam Lavecchi finding his way to the 15-day IR. Connor McAnanama draws in for his first game in the Visions Veteran Memorial Arena.
All right, time to get to the Court Gesture Athletic Club injuries and scratches before we get to the presentation of the colors tonight. Liam Anderson, the 7th defenseman now on the Black Bears roster, is out tonight as a healthy extra, along with Andrew Logar as well. Josh Fletcher will be the 10th forward for this Black Bears group, and as Cole mentioned, Sam Lavecchi placed on the 15-day IR earlier this week. A lot of storylines to get to. We have the national anthem, and when we come back, we have the first period presented by our friends over at Dragon Billiards. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're right back after this.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
And now, performing tonight's national anthem, please welcome from United with Christ Worship members, Eve Ropicki, Amy Albin, and Katrina Bates.
That was Eve, Amy, and Katrina performing our first trio of the national anthem this year, and they did a fantastic job. Energized crowd still filling in here. Couple of people making their way around the concession stands, taking advantage of the 2-for-1 beer special that the Black Bears run each and every home Friday home game. And we had a elementary school perform God Bless America before. That lovely trio was able to make their way around onto the ice, and now they're going to fill in the seats over there in the corner. Let's get to the Thompson & Johnson Equipment Company goaltending matchup tonight, and it'll be Connor McAnanamaw for the Black Bears making his home debut. He is 0-0-1 after he was out last week with injury, and he's going to face off with Mario Cavalieri from Mississauga, Ontario. Second season with Carolina, a 150 goals against average, a 3-1-0 record so far, and 4 games started, 32 career games for Cavalieri.
Yeah, they really rode Cavalieri hard down the stretch there. For their run at the Commissioner Cup, he won the first 2 games in Carolina, and when the series switched to Danbury, it was a squeaker from Michael Marcheshan that went right through his legs in overtime to clinch the cup for Danbury. And as Coach Sherwood said, the cup could have very well have found its way to Carolina.
All right, the only thing left to do now is put the puck on the ice. Brought to you by our friends over at BAE. We are now in the Dragon Billiards first period. All first periods, all season long, brought to you by Dragon Billiards Instruction. Learn, shop, and repair all things billiards with their store in Vestal. Check them out online at dragonbilliardsinstruction.com. Binghamton won the opening faceoff back into their own end, and now they will be re-entering the offensive side as Smith, coming across the wing, chases the puck behind the net, picks a pocket and a redirect off the skate of Stanko. Found its way towards the net. Smith in the slot, his shot going to be blocked on the way through by no nameplate Roman Kramer on the top line tonight for Coach Harrison's club. Binghamton trying to jockey for it down low in the corner, makes its way up to the line. Dakota Bond throws a wrister off target. Blocker side on Cavalieri, a wrister right off the leg pad, and Binghamton trying to come away with some forechecking pressure as the defenseman Bond was joining the rush. And Carolina will clear this down the length of the ice, and icing against the Thunderbirds. They were trying to make a change, but they're going to have to wait a couple more seconds.
Yeah, good pinch there by Dakota Bond to keep the puck in the zone and fumbling and bumbling around Mario Cavalieri's net. Ultimately, nothing coming of it, but the Black Bears will take the chance to change with the icing and throwing out the top Kirkby line with Jesse Anderson and JT Walters.
Well, Jesse Anderson going to be playing defense this year for the Black Bears. Leadership line as Anderson, Walters, and Kirkby, all 3 players with letters on the ice for the Binghamton club. Gus Ford, reigning MVP of the regular season for the FPHL, got the puck deep enough and goes off on a line change. Low angle shot went off Jesse Anderson's glove, I believe, as a weak wrister thrown towards the net, glove down by Lewis. He's matched up against Peter Panicek, part of the check line here for Carolina, as Walters has lost his stick. A slapper from the point, missing everything, is knocked down. Looks like somebody blew a tire down low. Carolina doing a good job on this second shift of their game, maintaining some offensive zone time. Anderson, two-hand whacks at it, can't get it past the lock. Carolina has a man down low outside the faceoff. Dots one-timer. McAnanamaw steers it into the corner.
Mac Lewis has given his stick over to JT Walters.
And now Binghamton trying to clear it out of the zone. They will. Mac Lewis will skate off on a line change as Austin Thompson gains the blue and dumps it in behind. Takes a funny bounce off of the glass and scored it out near the crease, and nobody there for Binghamton, but look out, turnover just so off the toe of Cavalieri. And now Binghamton's third line getting its first shift. Gavin Yates back in green and black after a short stint with the Knoxville Ice Bears, rejoins Thomas Ray, Dustin Jasso in this Binghamton club. Ray playing it over for Weber, tipped wide by Carolina defenseman. Yates calling for it outside the dots, trying to make one man miss. Ray hit a slick spot down low in the corner, and that'll lead to Carolina taking control of the puck, and they will dump it back out into the neutral zone.
Well, Brooks, if I'm calling the Gavashkin line the line, this Yates line is going to be the blur line. When you have the speed of Yates and Ray together, it's going to be a blur for teams to watch.
We were playing it down low indirectly. I think he might have missed Boilar on the way through. Jacob Schnapp, always a fan favorite here in Binghamton, will chip that one into the bench. And this is going to come back into the Carolina zone. Almost 3 minutes gone here. Shots even at 1 apiece so far.
Not much room, open ice to really get anything done. Either team gets it into the middle area and it's immediately broken up, with the exception, of course, of both teams getting one good time of possession in the offensive zone.
Stanko, Smith, Ivashkin out. They're going to face off with Gus Ford, Roman Kramer, and Dawson Baker. Gus Ford already averaging 2 points a game so far in the young season, as he did last year. A wrister thrown into the crest of Cavalieri, and here's Swallow up, drifting right to left.
I don't think Dan Stone was shooting to score there, Brooks. I think he was shooting for a rebound as he saw Stanko in front of the net, hoping that he could clean up one of those pucks. We've seen him do so many times. A lot of Brendan Stanko's goals have come from right above that blue paint.
Binghamton outfitted in the alternate green jerseys with the Angry Bear for the first time this season. Carolina outfitted in the traditional road white tops, black breeches, and white, black, and red socks.
Are hockey pants called breeches, Brooks?
Breeches are breeches. And now Ivashkin tries to knock it off the wall. Hit a dry spot, and it stayed behind him for just a second. Dawson Baker will up the puck for Kramer. Chip in charge now for Carolina as he's met with pressure from Dan Stone. A centering pass is denied by Bond. And Bond's clearing attempt failed the first time, but Binghamton does get it out. 2-on-3 for the Black Bears. Smith out wide. Scored from that angle before. Off the chest of Cavalieri. And Carolina takes over control. Smith dumps it right back in. Ivashkin's off sides. He will have to touch up and here go for a line change, and the Kirkby line will make its way out on the ice. Getting our first look at Joe Kennedy tonight from Seattle, Washington. His second season with Carolina. Part of the play that gets it behind the Binghamton net. But no possession right there for Carolina as no shot will come away. Just a line change, that's it. Salak will knock it down legally with the stick below the shoulders. Puck will stay in play here, over 4 minutes gone, and period number 1 still searching for the game's first goal. Kirkby tries to get it around Gregory Felder from Switzerland. That's a new one. Haven't seen a Swiss player in some time now. Panicek gets around one man, tries to go top shelf, but misses the net. Off the glass, stays in play. Off the wall now, in stride for Austin Thompson. Steers it in on the backhand. Binghamton's going to change their defense right now as they have the puck in deep. Good forecheck by the Black Bears now. Jasso comes away with a loose puck. Has a man open down low, and Thompson, he's trying to work it over towards him. Jasso drawing a double team, as always. Puck squirts through into the crease. Binghamton stays aggressive on the forecheck here. Now Tommy Ray trying to get involved. It will squirt out to the neutral zone. And Binghamton's going to be forced to draw it back into their own side. Boylar dancing around Panicek. And now Ray right in stride for Gavin Yates. Yates moving east and west, trying to draw a stick infraction from the referee. They say play on. Boylar looking around the blue line, throws it towards the net, right into the chest of Cavalieri. And that'll take us to our first media timeout of the night. Shots on goal, Binghamton 4, Carolina 2. Still searching for the game's first goal. We'll be right back after these messages here on YouTube.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Welcome back. First period action, still searching for the game's first goal as John Butita comes away with a stolen puck off the tape of Boylar, but Boylar will recover nicely, get the puck over to Jasso, trying to get it on his forehand. He's stripped of the puck once again by 14 dressed in white. Kyler Sky, first touch of the puck here tonight. He's the extra forward for Coach Steve Harrison's club. He's wearing number 15 and is the captain for Carolina. And no nameplate, Kessler Sky as well. Tie up down low in the corner. Snop, turnaround shot, way wide of the target. Boylar draws a 1-on-2 matchup and gets the puck nicely off the glass over to Gavin Yates. And Yates pulls it back a little bit. so he can start his engine. Here comes Gavin Yates trying to dance through a couple of Thunderbirds. Got through 3, but not the 4th, as it squirts back out to the neutral third. Bond playing it over for Stone. You can already tell that those two just have a lot of chemistry from all their years together at Adrian College, as Jasseau throws a wrister. Might have caught the pad of Cavalieri as it makes its way into the corner. Yates surveys his options down near the goal line outside the dots. Had it poked off of his stick temporarily. And now Carolina comes the other way. Kramer, 1-on-2, dumps it in cross corner. And Bond will chip it up ahead. Yates had his stick lifted by Gus Ford. That's an MVP style of hustle play right there. Stone, Ford down low. Penalty is coming up against Binghamton as the Black Bears touch up. And the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill is getting their first set of action here tonight, as the infraction is a Dan Stone tripping call. Cole?
Yeah, Dan Stone just got his stick into the legs of Gus Ford behind the net, right where the referee was looking. Not going to escape calls when the ref has his eyes right on you. So Adrian College's own, 1 of 4, Dan Stone will take a seat and have to watch as his buddies try to kill off his penalty.
So Carolina operating at around 23% on the power play this year. Their penalty kill is 100 so far. Ford all the way across. Baker's shot wide on the blocker side of McAnanamaw. Gonna get my money's worth of saying that name all the time tonight, as Anderson gets tied up with Sky behind the play. Cavalieri way out of his crease to play the puck up for Carolina. You can hear Austin the Arctic Bear ringing his war drum. A little bit coming through. Always good to see Austin. Stretch pass over to Gus Ford, cutting through the middle of the ice, and look out, Carolina now has numbers. Ford trying to dance around, and the puck squirts in as Binghamton a little miscombobulated right there on the penalty kill, and Carolina up by 1 early here. Power play goal for Dawson Baker, last one to touch it.
Yeah, a bit of a broken play here, Brooks, as Gus Ford went for a dangle, lost the puck, and it's found its way to Dawson Baker, as you see it here on your screen. Gus Ford trying to get open, and JT Walters just got him with the stick. Dawson Baker finds it, deposits in the back of the net, and Carolina is off the board early, off and running, 1-0.
So Dawson Baker gets the power play goal from Gus Ford. See if they give a secondary assist out in a second. So Binghamton trailing at home. Something that's not, they haven't been trailing 1-0, let's say that. They have trailed against Watertown earlier this year at home. See how the Black Bears respond here as the crowd's still getting its sea legs here in this one. Nice steal by the Black Bears, and Stenko tries to drag it around Kennedy. No quarter given by the Thunderbirds as they up the puck back out into the Binghamton end. Cross ice over, Stenko right in stride, and now Ivashkin. He's got some speed. Power move for Ivashkin, and a toe save made by Cavalieri. Ivashkin had some space, and a skate blade save made by the Carolina goaltender, keeping this game in favor of the road squad.
It took all 6'1" of Mario Cavalieri to keep that puck out of the net, as the nice power move from Ivashkin just finds its way onto Cavalieri's pad, a game of inches from finding its way past Cavalieri's skate. But instead, we stay 1-0.
Binghamton wins the face-off, but it gets put outside the blue, so Binghamton's going to touch up. Stenko almost stole it right off of a defenseman's tape as Carolina goes through the neutral zone. Something that Carolina did so well last year was get those odd man rushes, kind of like how they scored that power play goal. It turned into a 2-on-1 instead of a clean entry into the zone. Kind of a broken play like Cole said. But Binghamton's done a good job on the forecheck right now so far through the first 9 minutes of this one. Trying to energize this crowd. Shots on goal, 5 for Binghamton. Carolina has 4. Yates dancing around Schnapp, gets it over to Jasseau. Binghamton in the process of a line change right now, so Jasseau not having too many friends to pass it to. Bond with a weak slapper looking for a tip. Had it blocked and now thrown back into the Black Bears end.
This third line is really going to rely on how Gavin Yates and Dustin Jasseau mesh. Tommy Ray can really play with anyone it showed. We'll see if Gavin Yates and Dustin Jasseau can find chemistry.
Thunderbird loses an edge. That was Roman Kramer, who took a seat down on the ice temporarily. And now Gus Ford off the skate of his teammate Kramer, playing it back over. And Mac Lewis crossing over the line, 1-on-3. Binghamton's headed to the power play. If Cavalieri can touch it, he does. And hooking is the indication, and now it's Binghamton's opportunity to try to tie this game up on their first power play of the game.
Yeah, we'll get to see the much improved over the last few weeks Henny Hard Seltzer power play come out, and we'll see where Coach Sherwood goes with his new reinforcements. Doesn't look like we'll see Dakota Bond actually get his first chance on the power play today with Jesso, Ivashkin, Stenko, and Smith.
So Kramer's in the box for tripping. Now the Black Bears try to even it up, trying to put the first power play goal against the Thunderbirds in the stat column. Ivashkin's pass was actually deflected into the glove of Cavalieri right there. Got to look out there. That's an excuse me save.
Yeah, that was off a stick of a Thunderbird defender. As we see the Adrian College get its money worth right here with Stenko, Bond, and Smith all on the ice for the power play.
So a rare offensive zone face-off for Jesso that he lost. And gets deposited back into the Binghamton end, and this will be a 200-foot breakout. As that pass from Bond is blocked on the way through by Keeley. The Keeley twins, Nate and Clay. One plays forward, one plays defense. Nate's 21, Clay's 7. Stenko gets inside the blue line, but his pass a little bit too far behind Dakota Bond. Binghamton's going to come back the other way. 1:15 left to go in the Henny Hard Seltzer power play. Cavalieri leaving it back for Kennedy, and Jesso knocks it down, but right onto the tape of Gus Ford, and this is a 2-on-1 short-handed. Schnapp has his pass blocked by Bond, 6-on-6 right there. And Binghamton does get the loose puck. No short-handed shot will come of it. Ivashkin gets around Ford. Ivashkin centering it up, makes it all the way back up to the blue line where Jesse Anderson was calmly waiting for it. Stenko's shot tipped by Ivashkin and into the chest of Cavalieri, and her hang on. 9:10 left to go here in the first period. We're taking a media timeout, come back, 44 seconds of Henny Hard Seltzer power play time. Still for the Black Bears coming up. They trail 1-0. Carolina scores on their man advantage.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
Welcome back in. First period presented by Dragon Billiards Instruction. Black Bears got 45 seconds left on the Henny Hard Seltzer power play. And Cole, what do you need to see different from the Black Bears here on the second half of the first man advantage?
Well, they need to get more pucks to the net, Brooks. They're taking too many times with passes, and it's allowing Carolina to get those sticks into the passing lanes, break it up, and force the Black Bears to do another 200-foot breakout, just like we're basically seeing here.
So Gavin Yates now takes the puck. 3-on-2 if the Black Bears hurry. Mac Lewis playing it over for Thompson. A rising wrist shot. Misses everything and comes back out. That's a one-and-done trip for the Black Bears as they have to come pick the puck up behind their own net and start the breakout again. 8:40 left to go here, period number 1. Gavin Yates back on the Black Bears power play like he was last year. He's got a load of steam. Circling the net. Plays it over for Thompson off the outside of the post. Kirkby to the rebound. Down near the goal line. Anderson holds it in. That's Jesse. Liam healthy extra. Penalty time is up. Thompson off the foot of the goalie once again. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Yates down low off the pad of Cavalieri, hugging that post real tight. Backhander denied. I don't think Thompson got that one towards the net. And now Carolina's Kramer fresh out of the box. Gets it over to Keeley. That's Nate.
Yates has got to get off the ice, Brooks. They only have one defenseman, and now it looks like Boilard will take his spot. So back to 2 defensemen for the Black Bears.
Yeah, Yates caught a stick up high as he was tamed up with Nate Keeley down low. It's a turnover, though. Thunderbirds over with control of the puck. McAnanama makes a comeback save right there. Yates, a little hunched over, makes his way over to the bench. Going the other way, Thomas Ray tries to split the defense between Ford and Heggie. And now Carolina comes back the other way. Sky gets around Boylar. Tried to saucer it over to Gus Ford, but instead makes its way up to the blue line. Ford's waiting for it. Can he hold it in? Yes, he does. Sky Weber, hack and whack at it. The bottom right corner of your screen. Looks like a guy in green came up with a loose puck. Brushes off a hit from Jordan Popoff. And Tommy Ray has it down low. He's double teamed. Binghamton changing. That allowed Jasso to come right over to the puck. Jasso had it roll off of his stick. Beautiful stick lift from behind. Temporarily gained control. But now Carolina comes the other way. Popoff and Ford switching, and Ford's shot blockered away into the bottom of the safety netting by Connor McAnanama.
You can't let Gus Ford get that much lane to shoot at. He's too good of a player. He won the MVP for a reason, Brooks, and he leads these Carolina Thunderbirds in goals with 4 so far on the season. So you got to make sure you take ice away from him and don't let him get a nice, easy shot.
Yeah. So an offensive zone draw for the Carolina Thunderbirds. Peter Panacek, along with John Salak and Dominic Dumas. Here for Coach Harrison's club, they have a 1-0 lead, 6:55 left to go. Here in this one, Salak off the face-off, threw it into the chest, and the rebound is controlled with a glove by McAnanama. Or reset, do it all again. So this is the Heinz Energy replay, and Nate Keeley with that one hand, and he tries to wrap that stick back around, catches Yates up high. Thanks to our guys in the video crew getting that one for us. Carolina with the face-off. Salak trying to power his way to the front of the net. But Dan Stone holding his ground nicely. Ivashkin marking the man up at the point. Turnaround shot. Trickled in through the blue paint and now out. Now off the wall. Can Stenko beat the icing call? He cannot. As Carolina in a better spot when they won the skate race. And that's Clay Keeley. First to the dot, and now this comes back into the Binghamton zone once again.
Yep, the Black Bears unable to change, so they'll stick with the line. And Bond and Stone. So we have 4 Adrian College alums, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of that together, Brooks, those 4. And Nikita's along for the ride, which I'm sure he loves.
Panacek tries to go forward with the face-off. Dan Stone read that play beautifully. Looks like somebody lost something on the way through on that face-off. Don't know what it is, but it makes its way down into the corner. Smith, cross ice to Ivashkin. End-over-end pass. This will nullify any icing as Cavalieri tries to play it up, and Smith levels a Thunderbird, keeping the puck in. Bond all the way across, hops the stick of Ivashkin. That might be the Gort Construction collision of the game right there in the first period. Smith holds it in. Now he's going to try to draw a big hit from Kennedy, and here just brush that one off. Referee's looking at it, telling them to play on, boys. And Carolina gets the puck out of the neutral zone.
Connor Smith has to watch that loose arm as it looks like he might be called for it. He got his arm around the Carolina player, but it looks like we're going to get Connor Smith's heading over to the box. So I believe they got him for the arm around the Carolina Thunderbird forward, Dominic Dumas. So they scored on their first power play here, Brooks. The Black Bears really need to buckle it down.
14:19 time, or excuse me, 14:09 time of the penalty. Connor Smith, 2 minutes for roughing. That was called by the trail official too, as Binghamton does win this face-off and throw it all the way down the length of the ice. Tucker Firth and Mac Lewis fighting over that loose puck. Carolina pulls it back their other way. Baker tied up with Kirkby. At the red line now, Gus Ford crossing over. He's thrown into the wall by Jesse Anderson. Forth does get it down low. And a one-timer by Sky. Didn't catch all of that, maybe off the heel right there. Centering pass, deflects high into the air, and Kirkby smartly just bats it with his hand. No hand pass in the defensive zone, and Carolina's going to have to go chase after it.
Well, we've spoken, Brooks. Tyson Kirkby has a very high hockey IQ, so to see plays like that from him are unsurprising because he knows exactly what to do when he has the puck in his area.
And Sky crossing over the line, dropping it back, and he pays the price for trying to split the defense between Boilar and Stone. And now Binghamton, shorthanded, gets the puck into the offensive side, and they smartly take the puck back, and now they're going to play keep away from Carolina while they're changing. Boilar finding Thompson, trying to catch Carolina in the change. Couldn't complete the pass fast enough, and now Binghamton probably going to throw this one off the glass. They will, and a good job right there by the Black Bears penalty killers, just keeping the puck away from the Carolina forwards as they went through it's kind of an odd line change right there. When the other team has the puck on the penalty kill, you're just going to allow them to keep it. As this one's thrown all the way on target, Cavalieri playing it over for Joe Kennedy. He's back checked by Brendan Stanko. And now finds his way into the offensive corner. Salak turning around, second unit out here for Coach Harrison's club and the Thunderbirds, trying to extend their lead. Panicek down low to Schnapp. His one-time pass denied by Weber. Still in the corner, Stanko. Weber, two-man it. Salak had his pass blocked again, trying to get it outside the blue. They do. And another penalty is coming up against the Black Bears. Crowd does not believe it. Penalty time is up to Connor Smith. So Carolina is 1 for 2 on the power play. I don't think the crowd realized yet that there's a penalty coming up against Binghamton again. And looks like the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill is going to see a lot of ice time here tonight. Keeley over to the line, into the glove of Connor Smith. And another penalty coming up. Holding is the indication. As the horn sounds, signaling that we will go to another media timeout. Carolina leads 1-0. We'll be right back after these messages with another penalty kill.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
Welcome back. It's another penalty kill, not deja vu for the Black Bears. This is real. As Mathieu Boilar guilty of a holding call. And that sends the Carolina power play right back out. Forward all the way across in the skates of Baker. And Baker circles around the top of the umbrella. Will play it down low for Kramer. Kramer sent into the ice by Mac Lewis. Nobody for Binghamton there over to that loose puck. Baker cross ice off the boards. Lewis will be there this time. Tries to pass it to himself a little bit too hard off the wall. And that'll allow Binghamton the opportunity to change some players, get some fresh legs on the ice.
It's really unfortunate that Mathieu Boilard is the one who takes the penalty, as he's one of the Binghamton's best penalty killers, so we'll see if they can survive without him.
That shot's blocked, and I think that skipped the safety netting and went all the way up into the ceiling. I don't see a puck on the ice. Oh, no, it came back. That puck got out of here in a hurry.
Yeah, that looked like a home run swing right there off the bat of Pete Alonso, how fast that puck got out of here.
So 43 seconds gone, and the Mathieu Boilar minor for holding. Kirkby wins this face-off back. Walters off the kick plate, held in, though, by Carolina at the line by Keeley. Keeley loading it up for Panicek. Didn't like what he saw. For trade spots, and his wrister blocked into the corner. Schnapp off the wall. Back up as they play ring around the rosy with the Black Bear defense trying to get them moving. Kirkby knocked down away from the play. Slap pass. Couldn't connect. Binghamton cannot clear. Keeley gloves it down with his hand at the blue line. Held in. Now Panicek back to Keeley as they give and go. Schnapp, turnaround into the chest of McAnanama, who locates the puck and holds for no further play.
Did a bit of a double check there, Brooks, to make sure he had that puck in his glove. McAnanama, while he was beat early, has looked strong in his return to the crease. He's commanded it well, and he's really taken away the angles from these Carolina Thunderbirds. As on your replay, you get a good look at Schnapp's shot, tipped on the way by Peter Panacek. No dice, says McAnanama.
Carolina wins the face-off, and Firth loads up a one-timer. Rebound is scored by the Thunderbirds. Roman Kramer took the rebound right off the blocker and deposited into a wide-open net. And Carolina, with 2 power play goals, leads this game 2-0.
Kramer had all the time in the world after that shot. He was just able to pick up the rebound, and nothing Connor McAnanama could do about it. As you see it here on your screen, draw one back, the shot from Firth, and Kramer just puts it right in the back of the net.
So you see Stone got out of the way there so that McAnanama can make the initial save. Unfortunately, the rebound just bounces right to a Carolina player.
Pass to Smith. Smith, save.
Yep. Ivashkin trying to fight over for that loose puck. Stanko plays it into an open corner as he probably tried to get that one on target. Killian Ford now trying to get past Connor Smith, and Ford takes a dive down onto the ice. And Smith will just throw it into the open corner where Stanko can get there first. Playing it back up for Bond, tipped just wide by Ivashkin. Binghamton was changing their defense as Weaver makes his way out to collect that loose puck. Binghamton will touch up. Ivashkin on the right wing, top of your screen. Lost his handle on it, and Kennedy lost his stick on the way through. We'll have time now to pick it up. Good seal by Smith. Nobody there, though, in a green jersey for Binghamton. And Binghamton kind of chasing Carolina around with the puck right now. You can tell that those 2 power play goals have Binghamton rattled just a little bit, but 1 minute left to go here in the opening frame, and then 40 more to go. Still a long way here to the finish. Ray had it knocked off of his stick, and the rebound not cleared. Schnapp, a backhander over the glove of McAnanama, held in by Carolina. Carolina now out shooting Binghamton 12-9 here in the first period. They've only been outshot at home 1 time this season, and it was in that Watertown game. Poilar pokes it back out into the neutral zone. 30 ticks left to go in the first period. In the middle of the ice, Schnapp has an easy save for McAnanama waiting at the top of his crease. 20 seconds now to go, and Binghamton can finally start the breakout with Jasso. Jasso all the way up for Yates. Back to 22 in green. One hand, Jasso takes it into the corner. Centers it off the backside of the goalie. Weber, 5 seconds left to go. Needs to throw one on target. Does in a last-second save. Yates, one more for Jasso. Rebound. It goes wide at the horn.
What a sequence of saves, even if one at the end might not count for Mario Cavalieri. He has looked locked in as a goaltender ever since the second half of last season, Brooks. He has looked almost unbeatable when we saw him here for 2 out of the 3 games last time Carolina made the trip to the 607.
Well, Carolina has a 2-0 lead after the first period. It's 2 power play goals. Binghamton is 0 for 1 on their 1 power play opportunity. Pony Kill's getting a lot of ice time tonight. We'll see if that changes in the middle frame. We're taking a timeout. Come back with the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report right after this.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome in, everybody, for another edition of the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. After the first period, the score, Carolina 2. Binghamton no score yet here in this one. 2 power play goals for Carolina. Difference maker, they book in their power play success. Score on the first and they score on the third, and they were unsuccessful in the middle. I think Binghamton was a little frustrated on how many penalties they took in that frame, but nothing you can do about it now, and they failed to convert on their power play opportunity. Didn't get too many shots on net, but Carolina coming in with the best penalty kill in the league so far through 4 games on their side. Showed why a little bit there, but still 40 minutes left to go here in this one, Cole.
Yeah, Brooks, you can see why they've yet to give up a power play goal. It's because they get sticks in the lane and they block shots. So a very smart power play by Coach Harrison's team. But the Black Bears beaten twice on the power play, but it doesn't necessarily tell the story. Neither one of those goals were true setup power play goals. The first one was a broken play that Dawson Baker finished off, and the second was just delivered right on a silver platter for Roman Kramer. Nothing Connor McAnanama could do about either one of those.
No, we'll highlight both of the goals, part of the Binghamton Hockey Booster Club highlights a little bit later on. Now for the Columbia Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet. Through 1 period of play, shots on goal, 13 for Carolina. Binghamton gets 2 at the end there. The place was getting so loud I didn't even hear the horn. But Cavalieri makes some saves on the doorstep. He stopped all 11 shots so far. And McAnanama with 11 saves on his end as well. Power play 0 for 1 for Binghamton, 2 for 3 for the Carolina Thunderbirds. When we come back, we'll have an Excite Motorsports Intermission interview with Tyson Kirkby about this weekend, getting you set for the last 40 minutes of this one, and also Military Appreciation Night coming up tomorrow. Don't go anywhere, folks. More coming up on the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report right after this.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Get access to exclusive player events, monthly parties, and road trips to away Black Bears games. This is what you get when you become a member of the Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Stop by the Booster Club table behind Section 4 at the next Black Bears home game, pick up a 50-50 ticket, and sign up to join for just $10. Stay up to date on the Booster Club by liking their Facebook page, facebook.com/Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Monthly meetings with players, road trips, and a whole lot of fun when you join the Black Bears Booster Club.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Wanting more Black Bears hockey? Season tickets are on sale. Visit BinghamtonBlackBears.com or call the front office at 607-722-7367 to learn more.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks. Fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back into the Exciting Motorsports Intermission Report. You see the lovely Zambonis from Toyota and Tioga Downs Casino and Resort making their final passes out on the ice here. And now time for our intermission interview. I caught up with Tyson Kirkby pregame to discuss tonight's game, what the Black Bears need to do for the remaining 40 minutes, and also how to get ready for tomorrow night's Military Appreciation Night matchup with these same Thunderbirds. So I'm going to turn myself down. You're hearing me right on the other side. This is our intermission interview with Tyson Kirkby. Take a listen, everybody. Now time for another very special intermission interview. I'm joined here on the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report with Black Bears captain Tyson Kirkby. Tyson, 7 games in, you guys have handled some adversity this season. You were able to finish the last game without head coach Brant Sherwood for the final 8 minutes and hang on against the Danbury Hat-Tricks and pick up a much-needed 3 points. Now facing off with the Thunderbirds this week, what's been the main theme going into this 2-game weekend set?
Yeah, obviously this is going to be a good team. Like you said, we played Danbury last Saturday and were able to get 3 points. But this was the other team in the finals from last season. And so we know that they're a good team, and it's going to be a good test for us, but I think we'll be ready to go tonight.
You know, just backtracking to last week, you know, once Coach Sherwood was ejected from the game, who on the bench is making the calls, talking to the referees? Was it you? Was it anybody else calling out? Who was dictating when lines were going to change, things like that?
Yeah, obviously I have that player assistant title, but, you know, when you're in the game, it's tough. So I was leaning on Ando and Wally on the back end, you know, the assistant captains there. They were kind of running the back end for me, and then I was trying to just keep the guys ready to go up front. Even had Dylan in the middle of the bench at one point when I was on the ice, so it was kind of an all-hands-on-deck situation, but it was great to come out with 3 points.
Yeah, Black Bears announced this week the return of Gavin Yates from the SPHL. How big is it to have somebody like Gavin back in the Black Bears lineup who, you know, led the team in assists last year?
Yeah, obviously anytime you get a guy like Yatesy back, it's going to be a big boost to our offense. That's, you know, we're already scoring a lot of goals. We're kind of known for our offense, but you know, we'll never complain about a guy like Yatesy coming back. So hopefully him and Jasso will have some instant chemistry and get that line rocking.
All right, Tyson, thank you for your time and good luck.
Thanks, Brooksy.
All right, that's the voice of Tyson Kirkby. More coming up right after this.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Get access to exclusive player events, monthly parties, and road trips to away Black Bears games. This is what you get when you become a member of the Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Stop by the Booster Club table behind Section 4 at the next Black Bears home game, pick up a 50-50 ticket, and sign up to join for just $10. Stay up to date on the Booster Club by liking their Facebook page, facebook.com/Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Monthly meetings with players, road trips, and a whole lot of fun when you join the Black Bears Booster Club.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Wanting more Black Bears hockey? Season tickets are on sale. Visit binghamtonblackbears.com or call the front office at 607-722-7367 to learn more.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back into the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Before we get to the highlights from the first period, time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Mississippi and Blue Ridge are tied at 1. That game in the final minutes of the first period. Motor City leads Port Huron 2-0, and Motor City now a divisional game for the Black Bears, as that news was announced by the league earlier this week that Continental and Blue Ridge would flip-flop their respective divisions. Blue Ridge now in the Continental with Carolina, and Motor City now in the Empire with Binghamton. And a little bit later on tonight at 8:30 Eastern Time, Columbus will take on Baton Rouge for the 5th time this season, and this week's series is tied at 1 game apiece. Columbus won last night, and Baton Rouge won on Wednesday, and Friday is the ultimate game.
Yeah, Baton Rouge getting their first win ever the other night against Columbus, and as Brooks alluded to, tonight is the rubber match between Baton Rouge and Columbus. Baton Rouge came out with a close squeaker win on Wednesday, I believe it was, and then Thursday, Taylor Joseph really shut the door on them, and they lost 6-1. So we'll see how they respond to this Columbus high-flying offense.
All right, we got a couple of players with some multi-point games already here in this one, as both goals come on the power play for Carolina. We got about 2 minutes left to go here in the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. So Dawson Baker with a goal and assist, and Tucker Firth with a pair of assists as well, 1 primary, 1 secondary. Gus Ford with an assist on the first goal, and the final point for Carolina is the number 18 forward Roman Kramer with the 2nd power play goal of the night.
Yeah, both power plays, really nothing CMAC could do about it, as you get a look at the first period highlights on the Heinz Energy replay.
All right, enjoy the highlights. Me and Cole on the other side for the second period when we come back. Time to go for the second period. It's the middle frame, the long change, the in-betweener, the halfway mark of this one. Black Bears trail 2-0, 2 power play goals for the Thunderbirds. I thought Binghamton's looked good 5-on-5, Cole, but unfortunately the special teams is tilting in favor of the Thunderbirds tonight.
Yeah, and even the penalty kill from the Black Bears looked good. They just got beat by some pretty broken plays that bounced the Carolina way. It's a game of luck, it's a game of bounces, it's a game of inches. And right now, none of those three things going the Triple B way.
Second period, brought to you by our friends over at Greenlight Internets. Olivia was tabling on the concourse tonight before the game and expressed how much I love Greenlight's fast, fiber, and reliable internet. Take things like that for granted. As it's turned over out in front, Ivashkin had it roll off his tape looking for the period's first shot. Binghamton going with the line, as Cole has dubbed it so far this season. Stanko down on his knees, stick handling. Did turn it over to Joe Kennedy, and now Carolina outside the blue line will try to put it into the Binghamton zone, knocked down by Matu Boilar and pulled back by Brendan Stanko. He was the guest this week on the Power Play Post Show. Highly recommend you check out the interview. I learned some information about Brendan by listening in, as Ivashin almost had it bounce out to him right in front of Cavalieri's net. As the goal scorer Kramer, latest goal scorer that is, tries to play it up for Gus Ford. Ford already with a point tonight, looking to hit his status quo of 2. Later on, Ivashkin camped out at the blue line, trying to use the referee as a little bit of a legal screen. Brushes off a hit from Felder. Ivashkin 1-on-2, leaving it back for Kirkby. Black Bears in the middle of a line change right now. Back up to the point for Bond. Playing catch with the captain. Kirkby's shot towards the net, deflected. And it could not be held in by Dakota Bond. And in fact, Bond will turn it over. 3-on-3. Carolina comes the other way. Salak over the glove of McAnanamaw. Onto the tape of Tyson Kirkby. Gives it a ride off the glass into the neutral zone. Austin Thompson one touches it over for the captain. Outside the dots, Kirkby trying to center up, low angle shot through the blue paint, finds the stick of Thompson. Thompson settles it down, squirts through the blue and over to Dan Stone. 52 in green, jumping the rush now for the Black Bears. Back up to the point, captain holding the line. Bond over to Stone. Stone in the blue. Over for Kirkby, trying to get it down low, keep this pressure on for Binghamton. They hold it in the offensive side. Bond, back check from behind, kick save made by Cavalieri. And Carolina tries to clear it out of the zone. They are successful. Binghamton's offsides as they brought it in and out. Thompson pleading the case to the referee that Carolina put the puck back in the zone to nullify that opportunity, but it's a neutral zone faceoff coming up in front of the Black Bears bench.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we saw another piece of equipment fly off of the Carolina Thunderbirds forward. It looked like a mouthpiece hitting the ice, and I know ice is water, Brooks, but I was always amazed how they just picked it right back up and just put it in their mouths. It's kind of dirty for me, but, you know.
Jusso wins that offensive zone face-off, the neutral zone face-off, and Binghamton wraps it around the boards. It comes back into the Black Bears zone. Snap. Applying good pressure on Jesse Anderson. Schnapp and Anderson have been going at it with each other through the first period. Now Binghamton trying to get set up. Tommy Ray all the way up at the blue line in front of his own bench. Carolina in a 1-2-2 defensive forecheck right now. As Walters tries to hit Gavin Yates in stride, he will not. Ray throws it back in as Binghamton's offsides, still offsides, and that'll allow Schnapp plenty of time and space to go retrieve that puck. Keeley off the wall, on target for McAnanamaw. Should be an easy save recorded. Turnover though, JT Walters gave it right away to Carolina. And Binghamton obviously not in the right spot right there on the breakout. But McAnanamaw makes the save and keeps this within reach at 2 goals.
Not a place you want to give up the puck right in front of the blue paint. Thankfully, Connor McAnanamaw very strong in his crease, taking away the angles, tracked that puck the entire way. So JT Walters didn't look happy with himself, and I'm sure Coach Sherwood wasn't either, as I think JT made his heart skip a beat.
Face-off won by Carolina. Baker's shot is blocked on the way through. I think it was a little bit of friendly fire. Connor Smith coming outside the dots, had it poked off of his stick back out into the neutral zone where Stanko has a Salak coming right at him. Everybody in the arena saw that Salak had a load of steam coming right for Brendan Stanko, except Stanko, who doesn't have eyes in the back of his head. Down low in the corner, aforementioned Stanko and Boilar now. 4-man pile up, top left corner of your screen, squirts out to the bottom left. And Weber all the way across, hops over the stick of Connor Smith. Stanko giving chase behind, can't catch up to it. Thunderbirds first team to it off the glass and back out into the neutral zone. Binghamton taking a lot of puck control tonight, but it's in their own end and in the middle of the ice as Boilar is just manhandled off the puck by Salak. Given a rough ride, and Boilar will probably take exception to that. This is icing against Carolina as Binghamton first to the dot as they touch up.
The Black Bears not able to really get that puck over the blue line that last few possessions. Carolina seeming to settle into that defensive structure. We saw that a lot last year in the 3 games Carolina made the trip up here. They had a bit of a shaky first period until they locked into that defensive structure that they've built with the returners like Tucker Firth. So we'll see if Binghamton can crack it, as it looks like a late change.
A little bit of gamesmanship right there. Kessler Sky last off, and now this is just giving Carolina more. They're going to put Dawson Baker back out there on the ice. And gives Carolina more time to catch their breath. 3:01 gone here. Stone comes in, a wrister, save made by Cavalieri, and Kirkby hacks in the rebound. After all the time and waiting for the late change from Carolina, it's the captain, Tyson Kirkby, who makes the Thunderbirds pay.
Well, the first goal in those new thirds belongs to Tyson Kirkby, and it was Tyson sticking with the play. Dan Stone, it all starts with a face-off win back to him. Stone baits the defender down, takes a smart shot at the net, not looking to score, looking for the rebound, and Cavalieri got most of it, couldn't get all of it. It bounces its way to Tyson Kirkby with not one hack but 2, finds the back of the red line, but it looks like we're gonna have a quick look over here from the refs.
So it looks like Carolina is going to challenge for goaltender interference. Looked like the puck was very available. And we'll see if our video guys can put that up on the big board again for us and up here on the live stream. This play is officially under review as the referee in the penalty box on the iPad tablet.
I love that we have that now. Video review should be in every league because it helps get the play right. You know, some people think it slows down the game, but you want to make sure you get the calls right before you rush through it. And here it is one more time.
So, Stone's wrister. All right, Kirkby the rebound. Puck still available, and that is clearly a loose puck and in the net. So, referee says goal, and that's going to count. Put it up on the big board. Binghamton breaks the shutout.
Yeah, there really no way the refs could call that one back. The puck was bouncing around and loose. If Kirkby had knocked it out of the glove of Cavalieri, then it would have been goaltender interference, but that was not the case. The puck was still bouncing on the ice as we're back in action.
So that might have been a referee's review, not a challenge. If you get a challenge wrong, it's a penalty, but Tyson Kirkby gets the goal. at 4:04 as Dan Stone picks up the assist. Stone's 4th helper of the year, Kirkby's 5th on the season. And maybe, Cole, that's what this crowd needed. Get a little energized.
Yeah, we'll see if the Black Bears can feed off their energy and gain momentum as we have an icing right where Kirkby scored before.
So set play, Stone and Bond switch places with each other. Bond on the backhand, had it knocked away, and he's given a rough ride into the boards. Looked like that was head first. Hard to believe that wasn't called. Binghamton trying to hold it in the zone. They cannot. Carolina will come the other way. Sky now, right wing, driving in towards the middle, dragging around Stone, denied, and then Stone blocks another shot. High rising slapper from Felder, missing everything, stays in play off the glass. Seeing Dan Stone blocking 2 shots already this shift, tying up with Panacek, and the loose puck will squirt out to his Adrian College teammate, now Black Bear teammate, Dakota Bond. Binghamton starts the breakout, and Austin Thompson over to Tyson Kirkby across the line. Gets it around one of the twin brothers, Keeley, very easy. As a centering pass is blocked on the way through by Firth. Firth takes a run at Austin Thompson. Puck squirts out, trying to knock it down is Binghamton. Ray, stick handling in a phone booth, lost the handle on it. Butita now, the captain for Carolina, 3-on-3. Throws on the brakes at the blue line, waits for some teammates, but Carolina was in a line change. Just so, overskates that puck, squirts back into the Binghamton end. Anderson looking what's in front of him, knows what he has behind. His teammate so far this season on the defensive side, JT Walters. Loose puck back up at the Binghamton end, off the wall. Can Yates catch up to it? He cannot, given a little bit of a ride, lost his edge there, no call needed. And now Walters trying to play it back to Anderson. Carolina doing a good job of taking away the middle of the ice right now for the Black Bears after their latest goal score. Stretch pass off the stick, not going to be icing. Goaltender out to play the puck. Ivashkin will give chase. Binghamton is on side so they could catch up to that play. They could not. Schnapp, though, will turn it over for Stanko right at the red line. And once again, Carolina in the middle of the ice taking away the opportunities for Binghamton as Yates fanned on a dump in right there. Ivashkin has it on his forehand. Stretch pass over to Smith. Stanko's on side. Smith. Power move denied by Cavalieri. Loose puck. Hack and whack time. Cavalieri takes his helmet off. Binghamton bench is absolutely flabbergasted. That is a penalty. A goaltender cannot take his helmet off with his hand. That is delay of game. Everybody on the Binghamton bench saw it. And I believe all 4,893 people here saw it tonight as well.
Yeah, that was atrocious. We'll see. The refs get together now. I don't see how this could not be a penalty. You cannot take your mask off to stop the play.
And it is delay a game. The referees get together and they call it. Binghamton's headed to the power play when we come back with an opportunity to tie the game. Black Bears on the board thanks to Tyson Kirkby. Looking for more right after this.
Hockey fans, the Black Bears return to home ice on November 10th and 11th to take on the Carolina Thunderbirds. Saturday night is Military Appreciation Night presented by Lockheed Martin, and the Black Bears will be wearing specialty jerseys once again. Grab those tickets now at BinghamtonBlackBears.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
All about you make me think of good things.
Good day.
Like calming tempers down.
Good day.
And passing them around.
So stand up and cheer. Well, that's gonna be a good thing.
Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Welcome back to the game. Take a look at this Heinz Energy replay. Connor Smith through traffic. Got a shot on goal, and then the Binghamton Black Bears start to whack at it. And then the goalie clearly pulls his helmet right off. Goaltender, of course, not able to serve the penalty. So Carolina will send number 19,
That's Dominic DeMoss, I believe, Brooks says. I don't know what Mario Cavalieri was thinking. That's clearly a penalty, but I guess he just wanted to stop the play any way he could.
If he waits a second longer, the referee probably would have blown the whistle. Bond over to Smith, slap shot into the chest of Cavalieri.
Well, the Black Bears have to make the Thunderbirds and especially Cavalieri pay on this call because just a boneheaded move by Mario Cavalieri to remove his mask and take a bad penalty.
So it's delay of game, deliberately removing the mask against the goaltender Cavalieri. Stenko, Bond's wrister, in the blue paint, they score. Nikita Ivashkin on the power play. We're tied up at 2.
Well, it's Mr. 101, his 101st game as a Black Bear after his 100th down in Danbury, makes Mario Cavalieri pay with a puck similar to the second one that beat Connor McAnanama, bouncing right into the slot, or I should say right behind the goalie, with no chance to make a save. Nikita dunking it in. Goal scorers always seem to find a way, Brooks, and the line has their first of the night.
7:03, time of the goal. Nikita Ivashkin from Dan Stone and perhaps Dustin Jasso picking up a secondary assist on that. All that matters, it's 2-2 as Tommy Ray takes a hit up at the red line, gets right on up. And the referee blew that one dead. I believe that was I think that went off the curved glass, and it's going to be a neutral zone face-off right there.
Yeah.
Here's Frank.
Assisted by number 6, Dakota Bond, and number 91, Brendan Stenko. Title 7-3.
So it actually is Brendan Stenko who picks up his first point of the night, and looks like a Thunderbird lost a tire right there. It's a 2-game now. Binghamton's offsides, though, at the line is Jesse Anderson, a little bit behind his forwards as Gavin Yates was a hair early into the zone right there.
Yep, still getting their bearings together with Yates coming back, but Dakota Bond gets his first professional point right there on that. As the puck's chipped in on that goal.
Yep,
So
first as a Black
congratulations
Bear, too. Spent some time in the SPHL to start the season with the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, where Coach Sherwood played in the SP. As that puck is chipped in, back around JT Walters. Right onto the tape of Tommy Ray. Walters took a hit to make the pass, and Ray's going to skate after this one. Cavalieri whacks it into the corner, and that's exactly where Yates is waiting for it. Firth and Yates tie up. Panicek along with him, just so. Skate to stick, off the shoulder, still available. Yates over now opposite side wall. Circling around, gets around Salak. There's that speed from Yates. Weber blocked partially on the way through by Popoff. I think he got to stick to it at the last second. Wide open net for the Black Bears right there, and a good defensive stick by the Thunderbirds. Ray in his skates gets it over to Jasso. Jasso goes for a line change as he dumps it in on the backhand. Yates completes the wholesale forward change. Boilar, Weber, and now Thompson, Lewis, and Kirkby. Tucker Firth directing traffic behind his own net. He's calling for Baker to go to the opposite side, and Baker just not moving at all. So now Kirkby's going to get on the forecheck, and that's a turnover by Carolina. Good forecheck defense right there by the Black Bears. This puck is thrown out. Does it make the line past McAnanama's net? It does. And Weber calmly gets to the icing call.
Carolina looking very discombobulated since giving up 2 straight goals. Coach Sherwood's club out of the gate, out of that first intermission, seems to have found a way to rattle this Carolina team that's been so steady throughout the entire season.
And is what they've been doing what you said, Cole, throwing pucks to the net, and they're near the blue paint, if not in the blue paint, ready for that rebound.
Throw pucks to the net.
Thompson, nifty move, trying to shelf it off the shoulder of Cavalieri. Gus Ford over to the rebound, calmly plays it for Tucker Firth. Now Mac Lewis giving a run into Popoff. Binghamton with control of the puck now. Thompson and Firth, and Thompson doesn't get enough of the defenseman that time. As that puck back out into the neutral zone. Here come the Black Bears right again. Thompson back over for Kirkby. Knuckle puck. And Cavalieri standing tall will make the glove save on his feet.
Yeah, and you see that puck really got up high after it hit off a defender's stick, so Cavalieri had to adjust, did it beautifully right there, and a little bit of gamesmanship between these two teams, so you can tell obviously don't like each other too much. As Boilard and Firth meet right in front of each other's benches, I'm sure both teams remember what happened the second game last year after an overtime winner.
So Dan Stone tries to pinch in, hold that puck in at the blue line. Right at the end of the Black Bears bench, comes back into the Carolina zone. Ivashkin heavy pressure on the forecheck against Popoff. Carolina gets it back out, and Binghamton with control in the neutral third, trying to go cross ice to Ivashkin. It was denied on the backhand saucer from Stanko. Stone all the way around where Smith was waiting for it, lifts it high into the night sky. This is going to be a skate race, not going to make the line. Stanko knocks the man down. They're going to draw a crowd here, and they're going to call for the trainer.
Should not have blown the play dead just yet, though, Brooks. The Black Bears still had possession, as that one should have played on, as, of course, Jacob Schnapp, the first man in. It wasn't anything but a clean hit from Brendan Stanko. It was just a loud collision as a tire was blown by the Thunderbird player.
That was Curtis Heggie, the rookie from Cambridge, Ontario. Played his junior hockey with the London Nationals. He's a rookie for this Thunderbirds, played in all 4 games so far, and he was the injured Thunderbird on the bench, and it looks like they're going to send him straight to the locker room, and they're going to check him out. Binghamton wins the face-off, and Bond, give and go action, tries to get it on the backhand, denied by Cavalieri, and Binghamton not able to knock in the rebound that time. That looked like a set play, maybe pulled out of the college playbook right there with all those Bulldogs on the ice. Stanko gives chase to Kennedy, and it's back into the Binghamton end. Stone, Bond go D to D off the wall. Ivashkin wisely just plays it on the backhand. Stanko will go off for a line change. Smith trying to take a run at Kennedy, and Kennedy does a good job sidestepping that one. Just so, trying to catch up to the loose puck. Couple of players tie up with each other. We play on here. Low angle shot blocked by Jesse Anderson. And the defenseman carries it into the middle of the ice, right onto the tape of Connor Smith, still on there. Nifty toe drag just wide off the far post. Smith and Just So now. Haven't seen those two play too much with each other. But that'll come to end as Smith goes off on a line change. Penalty is coming up. And tripping is the call. We'll tell you all about it when we come back. We're tied at 2, halfway through this one. 9:08 left to go in the middle period on the Black Bears YouTube page.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Ideal Bowling Center is where Binghamton hockey fans bowl with open bowling all week long and with money-saving specials. Ideal's a great place for family, friends, company parties, and special occasions. Ideal Bowling Center, 119 Jennings Street in Endicott. So much more than just your favorite bowling alley. Cole, the Black Bears are headed back to the Henny Hard Seltzer power play that cashed in for the first time against the Thunderbirds in this FPHL season.
Yeah, came in perfect, won't leave perfect is that Thunderbirds penalty kill. We'll see after 2 quick goals if the Black Bears can rattle them for a third.
So Kirby will lose the face-off. Carolina will clear right off the draw. 2 minutes for tripping against Kessler Sky at 10:52. That's the third penalty of the night against the Thunderbirds. Binghamton also has 3 against them, so we're even in the amount of penalties called on each side. Yates cuts right through the middle of the ice. Now circles behind the net, lost the handle on it. Can Thompson hold it in at the line? He does, so no harm on the loose control from Yates. Thompson manning the point, slapper into the chest of Cavalieri, and her hang on.
Well, that's something new from Austin Thompson, unleashing the slapper from right below, I should say, the blue line. We're used to him taking a few steps in and firing from that circle, but Austin Thompson is a goal scorer, so he'll find different ways to make the puck touch twine, and we'll do it all again.
So Schnapp will get over to the loose puck. Good wing play right there from Carolina. A man down on their penalty kill. Still in the high 90s, but it's not 100%. As now Gavin Yates, a load of steam. Penalties coming up against Binghamton. They're going to get tagged for interference. As Mac Lewis is going to sit down, and that'll end the Binghamton power play before it really gets started.
Mac Lewis pleading his case here with the officials. We'll see when it comes to our screens if Schnapp bumped into Lewis or Lewis bumped into Schnapp. Either way, sold well enough by Jacob Schnapp for a penalty. Here it comes. As no, it looks like Lewis collides with him in the neutral zone. Got to be aware of your stick, Brooks. And especially, you got to be aware of your body.
11:41 time in the penalty, so that means Binghamton falls to 1 for 3 on the night. And we will be 4-on-4 for the next minute 11. Binghamton has not scored 4-on-4 this year. They have given up one 4-on-4 goal.
They've had a lot of 4-on-4 time.
Salak behind the net, trying to dance around Weber. Good kick save behind the net by Weber to nullify that centering pass. Back up to the point now, where Clay Keeley was waiting for it. Joe Kennedy trying to dance around Stanko. Stanko's marking number 4 in white, and a good check by Stanko, 91 in green, getting it into the corner. Salak has a wrap check from Boylar. Two-man game, and beautiful wrap check by McAnanamaw, knocking that puck back into the corner. Panacek cutting towards the middle of the net. Two-man game down low for the Thunderbirds with some offensive zone time. On the blue line, finds the stick of Matu Boylar. 20 seconds left to go in 4-on-4 before Carolina will have an abbreviated power play. Make it 13 to go as Ivashkin pulls it all the way back.
Looks like we're going to see Ivashkin start to kill a penalty in a few seconds, Brooks, something we've seen him do a little bit. Not much, but a little.
Yeah, Boylar, nifty self-pass off the wall. Penalty time is up, and now Carolina is officially on the power play. As Tucker Firth, I don't think, knew that Tyson Kirkby was there waiting for that puck. 40 seconds of a power play for Carolina. Let's see what they do with it. Loose puck. Almost knocked away by Kirkby on the first try, but from his knees, glides it in on goal on Cavalieri. Had to play it off the short hop like a first baseman.
I used to be a first baseman back in the day, Brooks. I wasn't too good at picking the short hops.
20 seconds left to go. Carolina crosses the line on sides. Bond will knock it into the corner. Kirkby will knock it away even further, and then Bond doesn't get everything on that one, but enough to get it outside the blue. And now Kramer, power play goal tonight to his name. Coming across, centered it beautifully for Baker, looking for his 3rd point of the night. Penalty time is up. Mac Lewis has returned. Carolina now 2 for 4 on the night. Binghamton with 2 goals this period. Carolina with 2 in the opening frame. 6:05 left to go here in the green light internet. Middle frame. Stanko takes the pass off the boards. In stride now, Mac Lewis fresh out of the penalty box. Austin Thompson's the trailer. Thompson down low for Lewis, trying to catch up to it. He's going to survey his options outside the zone, and Lewis disappointed with that pass. He knows it. Here go off for a line change. Jesse Anderson, middle of the ice for Ivashkin, right on the tape. Dropping it back, nobody there for Nikita to pass it to, and now Carolina coming the other way. Nate Keeley trying to dance around Jesse Anderson, throws on a tight turn near the goal line. Anderson doing a good job bodying up Keeley, and Keeley losing control. Stretch pass, hops the stick of Ivashkin. Cavalieri out to play it, no icing. We keep the clock running and play on. Now Butita back over to Keeley. Wide shot from the blue line. Just call that a dump in, if you will. With purpose, Butita unmarked. Had to bat that one out of midair to try to get that one towards the net. He could not. Anderson and Keeley getting his money's worth right here on the broadcast. It's a turnover. Schnapp down low. Turnaround into the chest of McAnanamaw, and her hang on said, guys, I got this. Take us to a timeout. 4:52 left to go. It's our final break here in the green light 2nd period. We'll be right back after this.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Welcome back inside Visions Veteran Memorial Arena. As you see on your screen, both teams taking the ice once again. The Black Bears defense has truly been something to marvel this period, as they've only allowed 2 shots for the Carolina Thunderbirds, who had a truncated power play, but only able to get 2 shots at Connor McAnanama. We'll see if the Black Bears can hold that defensive structure, as they're not known for their defensive structure, more for their offensive structure, but their defense has looked strong these first few games of the season.
Yeah, now with 7 defensemen on the roster, you have the ability to give a guy like Liam Anderson a night off. Have to imagine that Liam might be back in the lineup tomorrow night. Now with 7 defensemen available for Coach Sherwood's club. Gavin Yates makes his opposite number. Panicek miss, but Binghamton can't enter the zone. The first try, no quarter given at the line by Carolina, is now it's dumped in on the way through. Dumas without a nameplate, lost his handle on it. Tommy Ray trying to backhand it back to the offensive side. Carolina was off sides. They wait, they touch up, and Boilar will send Dumas down to the ice kind of softly. Not the loud hit that we're used to hearing given by Boilar. But now Ray 3-on-3 with Jasso and Yates right in stride, crossing the line. Yates' backhander, dumped in by Ray, and Jasso 1-on-1. Back up to the point, Boilar, wrister into the chest of Cavalieri, as I think Yates might have stepped out of the way of that one, trying to get that tip right in front, unsuccessful, and seen all the way by the goaltender.
Well, Brooks, we always said speed kills with Tommy Ray. Now he gets to be on the other side of another speedy Black Bear forward in Gavin Yates. We'll see if Dustin Jesso can keep up with those two, but if there's anyone on this roster who can do it, it's Jesso.
Kirby wins this faceoff back to Bond, cross ice, D-to-D for Stone, looking for a tip, none provided. Goes off the end wall and then cleared out by Carolina. The Black Bears will get over to the loose puck. Give it right back to Dakota Bond. Tried to find Mac Lewis cutting through the middle. Instead, Lewis took a break towards the bench on the right wing side, and that'll allow Carolina to come away with the turnover. Soft shot. Knocked away. As it looks like we're going to have the linesmen separate the 2 teams there, as it looks like Felder got in the grill of McAnanama, and Mac Lewis didn't like that.
Well, forwards and defensemen are always very protective of their goalies. You go anywhere near them, they won't be too happy.
So this face off to the right of McAnanama, and take a look at this. It's a soft shot from the blue line. Maybe just looking for a rebound or in the corner, and then Felder getting right up in the blue paint.
Felder must have some extra weight in his skates or his back, Brooks, as it looked like he got pulled down pretty easily right there. Didn't put up much of a fight to stay on his feet, so.
2-2 hockey game here, middle period. Shots 25, Binghamton, 16, Carolina. This is dumped the length of the ice. Thompson is going to try and nullify no icing. Goaltender made a play on it. And Austin Thompson's going to try to plead his case to the referee that this should be moved.
Well, this should have been in the offensive zone. It was covered up by Cavalieri. So, as the ref tries to plead his case to Kirkby, I don't agree with this. This should be an offensive zone draw for the Black Bears. Instead, Gus Ford, Dawson Baker, and Roman Kramer get their chance in the offensive zone.
Let's see how this one pans out. Ford and Kirkby do battle in the face-off dot, and it's won back by Bond. Bond plays it off the glass and over the head of the Carolina defenseman. This is going to be icing again against Binghamton, as Mac Lewis could not win that race.
Yep, just Dakota Bond throwing it a little too far. Not enough backspin to get that puck to stop right in front of that red line. So we'll do it all again.
.312 left to go. Different man will take that face off. Ford has a shot. Rebound. McAnanima right on the doorstep. Oh my goodness. His best save as a Black Bear. They ice it. It won't matter. The red light came on. The goal judge got a little trigger happy down there. But McAnanima down on his behind, extends the paddle and makes the save right on the doorstep.
Connor McAnanima take a bow. This puck deflects out in front off of Roman Kramer. He was looking for a second of the night, and McAnanima's stick said not right now. It was Sam Lavecchi with a sprawling save in Danbury. Connor McAnanima matches him in suit with the stick. Sam Lavecchi did it with the glove.
So now Butita's asking the off-ice officials for something again. Butita's been in the ear of the officials so far here tonight.
Off-ice officials making their money tonight, Brooks.
I guess he's trying to just say the red light came on, shouldn't it be a goal?
That's not really how it works, Brooks. I think someone needs to relay that to John Butita.
Tip shot from the blue line, high over McAnanima's net. Binghamton with control of the puck now. Now they just need to safely exit the zone, get the tired players off the ice, and not ice this one. Start the breakout. Austin Thompson gets it past the blue line. Now the red, and the other blue, and behind the Carolina net. So the defense can now change for Binghamton. Kirkby down low, and Austin Thompson away from the play. Took a heavy hit from Kramer. Crowd will moan about that one, and I think Austin Thompson will too. Continuing his shift, it's tied up in the bottom right corner. Get a look at that on your screen, centered up. As Austin Thompson, Gus Ford get tied up with each other, and we got a penalty coming up. Slashing is the call against Gus Ford.
Well, Gus Ford's frustration boils over as Austin Thompson gets right in his kitchen, and he just gives him a nice hack, and this will put the Black Bears back on the power play. Gus Ford still giving it to the refs as the reigning MVP will take a seat in the sin bin.
17:45 time of the penalty. Gus Ford 2 minutes for slashing. Black Bears will huddle up for their fourth Henny Hard Seltzer power play of the night. Take a look at this. It's going to be number 10. Left side of your screen. And now on the right. It's going to be on the right side if this clip continues to play. It doesn't, but we're coming back to it. Bond over to Stanko. Back to the action. Stanko, tip shot from Jasso, high over the net. Back to the action. Connor Smith outside the dots, reversing it over for Bond. College teammates now on the power play. Smith wrister blocked and cleared by Carolina.
Well, this Carolina team, especially on the penalty kill, blocks a lot of shots, not afraid to put their body in front of some rubber to save their goalie the work.
Now Bond leaving it back for Stanko. It's a 1-3 pressure for Carolina as Stanko dances around Schnapp and now gets a clean entry into the zone. Carolina, though, has a man behind ready for it. Glove down beautifully by Jasso. Can he maintain control, keep it in? He's given a rough ride from behind. We play on. Bond, plenty of ice. Over to Smith, one-timer. Can't be held on to by Cavalieri. Back up to the point where Bond's waiting for it. Halfway through, rising wrist shot off the glass, stays in play. Jasso at the dots, all the way across for Smith. Seen all the way into the glove. Nonchalant shot right there in a moment. There's no net front presence right there. Easy save for Cavalieri.
Yeah, a little bit extra pizzazz on that grab from Cavalieri. He just kind of snatched it right out of the air, almost like that's what you're testing me with? Let's see something else. But I don't know if you really want to be goating Connor Smith to shoot harder at you. We know that he can really let it go.
A little bit behind Smith as he had a back skate to receive that. Maybe that was going to be a slap shot, but instead it's not. And we got a false start on the wingers on the far side. So we'll reset, do it again. Sounds of Bon Jovi ring through the arena, held in by the Black Bears. Over the halfway point, Thompson's slapper blocked. Down on a knee by Carolina defenseman. Beautiful effort right there by Felder. Held in, though, by the Black Bears. Jesse Anderson with 38 seconds of power play time. Thompson's wrister looking for a lane. He's denied, and Carolina is going to skate this one out of harm's way. Go for a line change. Good shift right there from Greg Felder. 20 seconds left to go in the power play for the Black Bears. 33 ticks left in the period. Thompson getting around Firth, down low near the goal line. Playing it for Kirkby. Back over for Thompson. Jesse Anderson's operating at the top of the umbrella. Now Yates coming in outside the dots for Kirkby, down on a knee, couldn't control it.
Watch out, Gus Ford coming out of the box, 2-on-1.
Yep, forward stretch pass, comes in, McAnanamon made the save, puck still available, and it whacks in with 6 seconds left to go.
This all starts with Jacob Schnapp taking the puck away from the Black Bears. 2-on-1 as Gus Ford was sprung from the box. He gets a nice pass over to Ford, who is saved initially by McAnanamon. He got the rebound, but the third chance is banged home by Schnapp right on the doorstep. 1 save, 2 save, 3 save, and nothing Connor McAnanamon can do once again, as after a strong second period that saw the Black Bears tie this game by finding the net twice, they'll go into the third down a goal.
4 seconds left. That one's going to be dumped in off the glass. The horn's going to sound. And a fan favorite here in Binghamton, Jacob Schnapp, will get the breaker. That'll just suck the air right out of the building.
Gus Ford came in tonight with 1 assist, Brooks. He's going to leave so far with 3, so the usual goal scorers found his playmaker touch.
Binghamton tied the game up in 2 with 2 goals in the frame, and they were the better team for 19:54 of the period. Unfortunately, took the foot off the gas at the end of that there. Cole, you called it. Gus Ford was coming out of the box. Ford gets a shot off. McAnanamon made the save, and now Binghamton finds themselves down by a goal. Not the 2 goals that they found themselves after the first period, but when you thought you were going to the room tied, if not better, instead you still find yourself trailing. And that, a lot of frustration is probably going to set in the Black Bears locker room, but we got to see how they're going to respond. Take a timeout, come back with the second period intermission report brought to you by Excite Motorsports right after this.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
Uh-oh, Brooks, did they just say Morgan Wallen?
Not good for the Black Bears.
We know that from our pregame interview with Coach Sherwood. Keep Morgan Wallen away from the Binghamton Black Bears.
Well, welcome into the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Excite Motorsports, browse, ride, and buy. Free next day delivery to New York and Pennsylvania. You can visit them online anytime at excitemotorsports.com, or you can visit them in Vestal at 408 on Front Street. Cole, we were probably about to have a little bit more lively intermission report, but unfortunately, Jacob Schnapp ruining the party in the final seconds of the period as he hacks in a rebound after the Black Bears do not convert on the power play.
Yeah, and Brooks, the first half of that period, Carolina had 2 shots on goal. They finished with 7 more in the second half of the period. So allowing that many shots on goal, you're destined to have one go by you. And it was Jacob Schnapp on a third chance finding the back of the net. Connor McAnanima looked very, very strong in that period, though. Something he can build on. We'll see what the message from Coach Sherwood's team in the locker room is coming out into the third.
Well, let's get to the Columbia Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet for the Black Bears. Shots on goal, 15 in the period to Carolina's 8. Unfortunately, the last Carolina shot did find the back of the net. Binghamton does lead shots on goal category, 26-21 for the game total. Binghamton does outscore Carolina in the period 2-1, but where it matters the most, Carolina has a 1-goal lead as they lead 3-2. Power play stats, Binghamton is 1 for 4 in the period. They are 1 for 3. Carolina did not score that period on the power play. They are 0 for 1 in the middle frame. Game total, they are 50% at 2 for 4. Those are the stats brought to you by Columbia Mutual Life Insurance Stat Sheet. We're going to a timeout. Come back after these messages during our Excite Motorsports Intermission Report.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear. Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop, breathing fire into your game.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Get access to exclusive player events, monthly parties, and road trips to away Black Bears games. This is what you get when you become a member of the Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Stop by the Booster Club table behind Section 4 at the next Black Bears home game, pick up a 50-50 ticket, and sign up to join for just $10. Stay up to date on the Booster Club by liking their Facebook page, facebook.com/Binghamton Black Bears Booster Club. Monthly meetings with players, road trips, and a whole lot of fun when you join the Black Bears Booster Club.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Wanting more Black Bears hockey? Season tickets are on sale. Visit binghamtonblackbears.com or call the front office at 607-722-7367 to learn more.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back in. Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Browse, ride, and buy. Free next day delivery to New York and Pennsylvania. Our friend Trevor riding the ATV for the Chuck-a-Puck promotion as you get a look at the Zamboni making its final passes here in the final intermission of the night. And Cole, we were talking about it off air, but it's a real shame for Binghamton that they really dominated that period, and then they still find themselves down by 1 after they worked so hard to tie the game with scoring 2 goals, 1 at 5-on-5, and then 1 on the power play in the second.
Yeah, well, like I said off air, Brooks, the physical presence was there. They were finishing their checks, hurting the Carolina breakout, and making Carolina feel some pain. You know, you get hit in a dirty area, you're more reluctant to go back there. So the Black Bears try to make their presence felt on the ice. It led to 2 goals. The first power play goal given up by Carolina, which seemed to energize them and this crowd that they seemed to feed off of. But ultimately, Jacob Schnapp kind of made this intermission a quiet one with 6 seconds to go, finding the back of the net. As you alluded to, a strong 19 minutes and 54 seconds, but hockey periods are 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes, almost flawless hockey, 6 seconds short of that goal. No pun intended. 3-2, Carolina leads. We've talked about the Columbia Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet. I know that the video team is pulling the highlights from that period. There's probably going to be a lot of them, some good hits, some good goals by both sides. Binghamton outscores Carolina in the middle frame 2-1, but still trail on the big board 3-2, where it matters the most. We're going to take another timeout, come back with more on the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report after these messages.
Are you ready to take your billiards game to a whole new level? Dragon Billiards Instruction and Pro Shop has everything you need to impress your friends and crush your opponents. American Q Sports certified coach Kim the Dragon Young is now accepting new students. From novices to pros, the Dragon helps you find your best game with in-person or online instruction available worldwide. Need help with stance, stroke, or alignment and aiming? We've got you covered. Looking for advanced cue control techniques and trick shots? No problem. Follow us on Facebook at Dragon Billiards Instruction and Instagram at Dragon Billiards Kim for free daily tips and drills, upcoming tournaments and events, as well as exciting contests and giveaways. Subscribe on Patreon for personalized video content. Visit our online pro shop for the lowest prices on the highest quality pool cues, accessories, and Dragon Billiards gear.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Toyota Trucks. Let's go places.
Jersey, bring us the hitties! Yeah! All right, I got the hitties. Anthony's out, eh? Oh, yeah. Cheers, baby. A win like that calls for a real celebration. Oh, yeah. I have one on that.
1017.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 1017. 100% local.
Getting your hands on an all-new CF Moto side-by-side or four-wheeler is now easier than ever at ExciteMotorsports.com. Purchase your next power sports vehicle with our new, easy, and quick online buying experience. Browse inventory on ExciteMotorsports.com. Buy, get approved for financing and e-sign online right from your phone. Ride, have your new power sport vehicle delivered to your home the next day at no extra charge. Browse, buy, ride. Fun starts here at ExciteMotorsports.com.
Experience the new way to watch your Black Bears play all season long, at home and on the road, free on YouTube.
You can experience gig speeds with Greenlight Networks. Our reliable fiber connection provides fast, affordable internet, so you can accomplish more in less time. We're expanding coverage in many places in the Southern Tier, and we want to be your internet provider. Visit greenlightnetworks.com and click on Check Availability to see if we're in your area. Greenlight Networks, fast, affordable internet in your hometown.
Welcome back in the Excite Motorsports Intermission Report. Before the highlights come up on the big board, Cole, you got some out-of-town scores to run us through, correct?
Yes, I do, Brooks. As you know, this game 3-2 here in the Visions Veteran Memorial Arena, but if you head down to Blue Ridge, that game is all knotted up at 2 between the Blue Ridge Bobcats and the Mississippi Seawolves. Over to Big Boy Arena, Motor City has a 3-0 lead on their cross-highway rivals. The Port Huron Prowlers, now cross-division rivals. A few days ago, they were interdivision rivals. And Columbus and Baton Rouge, while they've dropped the puck, neither team has found the back of the net. They're still scoreless down in Baton Rouge.
That's the out-of-town scoreboard. Thank you, Cole. As he said, Baton Rouge, Columbus, no score yet in that one. They are about halfway through the first period. Motor City and Port Huron. Rockers on top of Prowlers 3-0 up in the Detroit area. And Blue Ridge and Mississippi tied at 2 in the Virginia Mountains. Well, Cole, 1 period left to go here. What are the keys for the Black Bears?
Keep the physical presence, but stay out of the box. Carolina didn't seem to respond well to the Black Bears throwing their bodies around. And as we alluded to the entire game, pucks to the net. Throw pucks to the net and good things happen.
All right, we got some Heinz Energy replays also going on right now. This will take you to the third period. Me and Cole are back after this. Brooks Hill, Cole Parenti back with you for the third period. Getting a look at Mario Cavalieri, getting all strapped up, ready to go, facing off with Connor McAnanimal. Both have made some excellent saves here tonight, and we got 20 more minutes, and who knows how much time after that to settle this one. Binghamton trying to remain unbeaten at home, and Carolina looking to take the opening night matchup here on a doubleheader weekend.
Well, an interesting note to that, Brooks, of maybe needing more time. Neither one of these teams have lost yet in regulation. With the Black Bears 5-0-2, and Carolina is 3-0-1.
Now Boylar, Stanko, first possession as Carolina was able to dump that puck in. Boylar playing it over, I believe that's Dan Weber, 61. New green jerseys making their debut here tonight. Smith, low angle shot, might have gone off the stick of Cavalieri. A shot from Weber at the point, looking for a rebound. Finds its way into the corner, kicked out by the goalie. Slapped off the wall by Dawson Baker, and Dan Weber giving chase after it. Steers it on the backhand over for his defensive partner, Mathieu Boylar. Weber sidesteps the high forward, gets the puck deep where Ivashkin can forecheck after it, but Binghamton's going to roll a line change here, kind of punt. Get some fresh bodies on the ice, and the Kirkby, Thompson, and Lewis group of forwards will come out. They've done a good job forechecking tonight and have really caused some takeaways for the Black Bears offense.
Yeah, we've seen Tyson Kirkby perched out in front of that net like he's doing right now quite a few times tonight, just baiting the Carolina Thunderbirds to make the first move, as he does to Kennedy right there.
That one's going to be whacked in by Salak, I believe. 3 Black Bears down low, fighting for a loose puck against the big check. And now Tyson Kirkby reversing it all the way around for Dakota Bond, making his Black Bears debut, his FPHL debut as well. Off the wall, Lewis over to Thompson, centering it out too far in front of Austin. Puck, though, still in the Black Bears' control. Knocked back by Bond, fanned on a wrister, and then fanned on a clearing attempt by the Carolina defense. Makes its way down low, just outside the trapezoid for Thompson. And now Lewis. Lewis, the right-handed forward. Kirkby, the lefty, and Austin Thompson, a righty as well. So a right, left, right situation for Binghamton is Austin Thompson getting a little bit more involved in the physicality side of the game this year, I've noticed so far through 7 games. Not afraid to lay the body on, but this is icing against Carolina.
Well, he's a big boy, Austin Thompson, throwing his body around. Something you want to see him add to his game is a little physicality. We know he has the shot, we know he can handle the puck, and we know he's a smart hockey player, but if he adds that body, it's just another attribute to his game, and I'm sure Coach Sherwood has been urging him to add it.
Seeing the Just So line for the first time this period. Just So, Ray, and Yates still trying to work out some cobwebs for this new line that's assembled.
I call them the blur line, Brooks, because they look like a blur with the speed of Yates and Ray. And Dustin Jesso's not that far off from the two of them either.
No, he is not. Gavin Yates' shots blocked. Just So centering attempt off the skate of Firth. Nobody in front of the net for Binghamton. And Just So spins off one hit, draws the double team. Here comes Tucker Firth, but Just So gets out of it. Cross ice pass over for Jesse Anderson. Anderson takes a look, trying to find Just So in stride. It's behind him. That allows Carolina to skate away with the puck. 2-on-2 come the Thunderbirds the other way, but they're offsides at the line.
Yeah, Ray was caught back there on the defensive end with Jesse Anderson jumping into the play. We've seen Jesse do that a few times, forcing his forwards to get back, but it really hasn't cost the Black Bears too much this season, maybe once or twice. We'll see if Coach Sherwood keeps allowing him to jump in the play like that. As we did talk to Coach Sherwood, he likes the way Jesse Anderson handles the puck as a defenseman, so I bet you that's a point of emphasis.
Here comes Just So, a wrister over the glove of Cavalieri. Held in by Walters inside the blue paint. Second try unsuccessful, and now Butita is going to get a breakaway. Walters lost his edge. And Schnapp throws one towards the paint. McAnanimal might have gotten a shoulder to that one, or else it just went wide. Ray trying to get around Butita. Ray sealed off against the wall. And Keeley from behind his own net calms everybody down. Carolina backtracks into their own zone. Ray will give pressure behind the net for Schnapp to make a play. Stretch pass for Popoff, crossing the line. He's on sides. Only plays to play it down low, and JT Walters gives his man a rough ride. That was Keeley down low. Legal body hit from JT Walters right there.
JT Walters throwing the body around again. He's really amped and using that physical presence.
Stanko coming in. He's all alone and sent it wide. A diving defenseman almost lost control of the puck. Now Ivashkin has his pocket picked, and Popoff takes it out of harm's way for Carolina. Ivashkin hits his man into the linesman, and Schnapp tries to slap one in. Wrap chance denied by McAnanamaw's beautiful stick, and now Ivashkin starting his engine, trying to go 1-on-3. He's peppered from behind. Smith will just wrap it in off the wall. Cavalieri has it hop over his stick and down low for Tucker Firth, and he's waiting for it. 4 minutes and 20 seconds gone here in the period. 15:37 remaining. Stretch pass over for Dawson Baker. Give and go for Gus Ford. Carolina's offsides. And they just have to dump it right back in at the line. They fake it, and it works out as Gus Ford got back just in the nick of time. Kennedy slaps it from the red. Boilar trying to get a stick to it. Reversed right back in. I believe that's Josh Fletcher, 81. Nope, Dan Weber, 61. Plenty of time to get over to that loose puck. Boilar dumps in, gives chase after it. And Kennedy up to the line. Sky almost had it stolen away by Thompson, but instead back out into the neutral third. Feel like we're back in the first period a little bit as teams going back and forth in the neutral zone here, begging for one to make a mistake. Heavy hit laid on by Thompson, and then Salat gives a rough ride to Dan Stone. Temper starting to flare here in the third period as the physicality starts to get picked up.
Each team looks nervous to make a mistake here, Brooks, with a very conservative play, a lot of chip and chase game.
Mac Lewis and Jan Salat get tied up. Binghamton with control of the puck. Kirkby calmly plays it over to Dan Stone, and at the red line, Stone will wrap it all the way around the glass as that line goes for a line change. They need to get off the ice. Thompson does just in the nick of time. Gavin Yates soccer styles it, and Josh Fletcher getting some ice time here in the third period. His first shift. Yates almost batted that one out of midair, and Carolina that time was the team almost with too many men on the ice.
We didn't see much of Josh Fletcher in the second there, Brooks, as I think Coach Sherwood's trying to get some gel with his third line.
No, but that's to be expected as the extra forward. No, you're not going to get a ton of shifts, especially at even strength. Might get some on the penalty kill. Cavalieri reversing it around, just so trying to read the play, get the puck up to a defenseman, but can't corral it. Butita ups it for Keeley, and drawn back into the defensive zone by Jesse Anderson. 13:30 left to go here. 3-2 Thunderbirds lead over the Black Bears here at the Vision Veterans Memorial Arena. Yates leaves it for Ivashkin, and Ivashkin cuts in, waiting, and just puts it past the post, just so over to the loose puck. He's marched by Schnapp, and then Schnapp, check that was Clay Keeley giving a rough ride. And Thunderbirds out the puck over to Butita. Walters waiting for it, chips it off the wall, but Butita wisely peeled it off. Now Ivashkin getting involved in the hit column. And Butita with an extra whack for Jasso on Jasso's way to the bench.
I don't know if I've ever seen Nikita throw his body like that before, Brooks. That might have been his first hit in the FPHL.
Pass too far in front of Stanko, thrown right back into Jesse Anderson, and Binghamton having a little bit of a hard time getting the puck out of their own side. This is given up by Binghamton over to Carolina. Kennedy plays it off the wall, and Stanko throws it in 1-on-5, takes a nice hop into Cavalieri's chest. Might pad his stats a little bit there, and Kennedy indirect off the grass for Dawson Baker, knocked down by a high stick by Brendan Stanko, and that'll halt play with 12:17 left to go. We'll be right back after this. Carolina still up by 1 here on the Black Bears YouTube page.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Trucks. Let's go places.
Welcome back, Black Bears hockey. 12:17 left to go here. And Cole, you had an interesting stat that you wanted to bring up.
Yeah, if you noticed, it's been almost 8 minutes into the period, and while the Black Bears have 2 shots, Carolina has yet to find any part of Connor McAnanima that would have found the net. It just shows to me that they really missed the presence of Lucas Rowe on this offensive front as Dawson Baker takes a puck off the face, but they really missed Lucas Rowe's offensive abilities as a lot of the offensive firepower has fallen on Gus Ford's shoulders.
That it has, but Gus Ford's been up to the challenge. Like another 2-point night with 2 primary assists. This is a neutral zone face-off in front of the Carolina bench. And Dan Weber will take the face-off win from Stanko, wrap it around where Ivashkin was waiting for it. He's pushed down from behind. And we play on. Roman Kramer now ups it around the boards into the corner. Weber's waiting for it, takes a whack at it. And it takes a funny bounce off a player's skate. Boilar has control. He has his head up. A little bit too hot to handle for Ivashkin cleanly, but a pad save made by Cavalieri. Rebound, another save, trying to bank it in off the goaltender once, twice, and now 3 times. Wrapped back up to the point by Boilar. Good job holding it in and not letting Gus Ford have a partial breakaway there. Fourth, knocked away and into the blue paint. Cavalieri says, "I'll take that," and he wants a face-off.
Well, what a strong shift right there from the line as each player gets a shot on goal. I think Brendan Stanko having the best opportunity, just Mario Cavalieri a little quicker than Brendan Stanko was getting that puck off, able to make the save. Seems like Dan Stone took exception to Peter Panicek, trying to get in the conversation with him, Dakota Bond, and Tyson Kirkby.
And Panicek will win that face-off back, and Salak will try to clear the puck on the half wall. Binghamton has a couple of guys there. Thompson trying to knock it in down low. It's up at the blue line, and Carolina leaves the puck right back in. Kirkby down low near the Heinz Energy in ice logo. Panicek leaving it over for Dan Stone. Back in down low for the for the Binghamton captain. Kirkby behind the net, off the wall a little bit behind Dakota Bond. Does get around his man Dumas, and then hits a dry spot. Takes a seat. Lewis, wrister, off the outside of the glove of Cavalieri. Wrapped in around the boards, takes a funny bounce off of a pile of ice. And Carolina does get it outside the blue line. Big hit laid on by Mac Lewis, right at the red line. And the referee's gonna blow the whistle, and right in front of the benches, got a little bit of a 2-man pileup.
Yeah, Mac Lewis laid a big hit right there, and he looks like he went back for seconds. An exception was taken by Carolina, as we'll see what comes of this. Mac helmetless skating his way to the penalty box. I doubt he'll be going alone, as it looks like it'll be Dominic Dumas joining him his second trip to the box tonight. He served the Mario Cavalieri minor in the second.
So a pair of 19s are going to go into the box. And the trail referee said enough with that play, and then the linesman getting in there almost immediately before anything too bad happened.
And it looks like Mac Lewis will have all his equipment returned to him by his Black Bear buddies. So I'm going to think that we're going to play 4-on-4 here, Brooks. Tyson Kirkby's not happy about something. Tommy Ray has now joined Mac Lewis in the box. Razor wasn't on the ice, so it looks like the Black Bears are going to kill a penalty here. I'll be interested to see what this call is, Brooks.
Yeah, they might have given Mac Lewis some more time. They only have Ray's number up on the board. Let's see how the announcement comes out. Ford trying to dance around Tyson Kirkby. So they give him the extra 2 for roughing, 2 for cross-checking. Big penalty kill right here for the Black Bears with about 10 minutes left to go. As that puck is held in beautifully at the line. Gus Ford in the right wing spot, playing it back over for Firth. Give and go action right here. Firth coming in, looking for a tip. None available. As Ford give and go, denied by Walters. 2-on-3 down low. Kramer all the way across. Baker over to Fourth. Top of the umbrella. Tyson Kirkby blocks the shot, cannot clear. Baker blew a tire, got right back up. World's fastest pit stop. And as Gus Ford behind the net, it's going to draw a crowd. Kirkby and, that's Walters and Anderson holding the post into the slot. Wide open sky. JT Walters takes a weak backhander and will shove it down the length of the ice. Halfway gone. As Binghamton's going to get caught in a line change here. But Carolina is offsides at the line.
And it looks like they're trying to plead for this pass, this face-off to go back into the offensive zone for Binghamton, as it should be where the pass originated from. So we'll see what happens when we get back from break.
All right, timeout. We'll be right back after this. Binghamton with 49 seconds left to go in the penalty kill.
Hockey fans, the Black Bears return to home ice on November 10th and 11th to take on the Carolina Thunderbirds. Saturday night is Military Appreciation Night presented by Lockheed Martin, and the Black Bears will be wearing specialty jerseys once again. Grab those tickets now at BinghamtonBlackBears.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Upper Front Street in Binghamton. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
All about you make me think of good things.
Good day.
Like calming tempers down.
Good day.
And passing them around.
So stand up and cheer. Let's get a beer.
Good day.
Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Welcome back. Welcome back to the action here. Showing a couple of the collisions of this game. Black Bears are in a penalty kill here, brought to you by the Northeastern Striping Corporation. McAnanama will clear the puck himself, and that's a good heads-up play by the goaltender. As Cavalieri plays it out for his defenseman, and the rush breaks out. Excuse me. Slot knocked off the puck by Boilar. Stanko trying to slap it around the wall, cannot get it out. Held in by Kennedy. There's a Thunderbird shaking up. Panicek behind the play does get up. His Schnapp will play it back over to Kennedy. Kennedy with a lot of open space, and then Boilar knocks a man down to the ice in Salak. Schnapp. And a beautiful diving effort from Brendan Stanko, and look how fast he is skating to get off. Fresh body out, Gavin Yates. Penalty is over. Carolina is 2 for 5, and out of the box comes Tommy Ray rejoining the party. 5-on-5, terms on the ice. Carolina up by 1 where it matters. 8:20 left to go here, back up to the point. Tipped on by Panicek, and McAnanama stands tall. Stretch pass, trying to hit Tommy Ray in stride, goes between the legs of the defenseman. Linesman will say to play on.
What a play by Brendan Stanko to get that puck out of the zone and kill the remaining few seconds, really, of this power play. If Binghamton's able to come back in this one, you can thank Brendan Stanko's effort there on the penalty kill.
That tip shot was Carolina's first shot on goal of the period. 12 minutes in.
With a power play.
Correct. 7:50 left to go here. Bond, Stone, behind their own net, starting the breakout for the Black Bears. Just Yates, and looks like Stanko right now. And they give the puck away up at the red line and stumped right back into the Binghamton zone. Carolina, not going to say that they're going to turtle and elect to play team defense, but they're really taking away the ice in the neutral zone right there. Dan Stone gets over to a loose puck onto the tape of Yates, and Yates is going to skate away 1-on-3. Just drawing a crowd in the crease, and as Yates is going to circle around. Give and go action too far in front of Stone, centered up and off the paddle of the Carolina goaltender. Held in beautifully by Bond. Stanko low angle. And Cavalieri holding the body in the post right there. As Butita trying to dance around Jesse Anderson, centering it up for Gus Ford. Nobody home, as McAnanama again will clear the zone himself. Carolina has to touch up. They're offsides. Now on Popoff. puts it down low. And Bond in front of his own net. Almost stripped to the puck. Gus Ford, the high forward checker. Don't want to give 10 in white any space to shoot the puck here. Binghamton gives it away. Bad pass from the Binghamton defense trying to clear, but the Black Bears take it right back. Kirkby knocked it down, but Connor Smith has it on his stick, and now here comes the Cowboy. He's on sides, goes out wide, looking for a friend to pass to, stays on his feet, back up to the blue line for Jesse Anderson. Now Walters, down low, state to stick, in the crease, and Cavalieri covers up. They tried to find Ivashkin from Kirkby on the one-touch passing, but it never made it there. 6:03 left to go here in the period. Now, I heard the horn sound, but I don't believe we should be going to commercial, and I don't think we are.
Yeah, they just sent Mario Cavalieri back to his net as he thought we were going to. I don't know if the horn just rang to signal that Mac Lewis and Dominic Dumas were coming back out of the box or what. But we'll keep playing some hockey. That's what we want to do. As they announce a sold-out crowd tonight in the arena, Brooks.
That it is 4,893, the first sellout of the year. Thank you to the big fans. Kirkby's wrestled down to the ice. Crowd wanted a call. Referee not going to provide one there. Joe Kennedy trying to get it on his forehand. Mac Lewis doing a good job peppering him in the defensive end, and then Mac Lewis gives a good hit on Sky. Carolina, though, maintains control of the puck, and unfortunately for the Black Bears, you start to need the puck right about now. 5:35 left to go here. Shots 32-22 favoring the home team. Scoreboard, though, favors the visitors from North Carolina. Down low, too far in front of Sky. Jesse Anderson with a lot of time. Saucers it over the glass. A little bit too softly, as Austin Thompson couldn't get over to it. Now Walters, over for Ray. They're in a line change. Ray Rister off the chest of Cavalieri. Jassot's going to hold it in, and that puck is going to be slapped out of play off a defender into a lucky fan on about the fourth row.
Yeah, and we know it's definitely going to find a fan because we're sold out tonight, so someone's got to be there. We'll see Binghamton, 5 minutes remaining. We'll see when Coach Sherwood starts to give McAnanama the signal to come to the bench. Don't expect it too soon, Brooks, but within the next 3 or 4 minutes, we could see McAnanama heading for the extra attacker.
Tucker Firth playing it over. Off the face-off win for Carolina. They lose possession trying to clear. It does make its way out into the neutral zone. Yates gets a piece of that Boilar pass, and that'll end up as a dump-in, given right back to the Black Bears. Under 5 minutes left to go here. Third period action. Black Bears need one to tie. Boilar off the glass. Over for Gavin Yates. Trying to dance around Firth. Ray will dance around his man. That was Keeley. Lost control of the puck. It ends up down low. Weber decides not to pinch as it finds the tape of Snap. Snap gets around Weber, and he goes top shelf.
Second of the night for Jacob Schnapp as he finds the sock drawer top shelf with an impressive little deke around. I believe it was Mathieu Boilard. And now the Black Bears hill gets a little higher with time getting much shorter, Brooks. So the Binghamton squad needs to get on their horse and needs to get on it quickly.
Yeah, the Heinz Energy replay, it's actually Weber just goes right around and go over the glove of McAnanama. And now the Black Bears deficit is 2. That puck knocked into the bench of the Black Bears in a blink of an eye, and the Black Bears deficit got bigger. Going to timeout for the final time tonight. We'll be right back after this.
When you care about something, you take care to protect it. The family that depends on you, and the future you're planning for them.
You'll have your own college stories too someday.
With sound advice, smart strategies, and a broad variety of life insurance options, Security Mutual can help provide for the people you care about and also help you reach your financial goals.
It's a sound plan. The time to start thinking about college.
And retirement is now.
Security Mutual Life, the company that cares.
Welcome back to the third period on the Black Bears YouTube page. Binghamton finds themselves down by a pair now, as the crowd tries to get energized one final time here tonight. Word of Life in attendance for their annual Reverb here in Binghamton. Have to imagine that this is probably going to be a quick pull of Macananama, as Carolina scored on their second shot of the period. Once again, a period that Binghamton, shots on goal, leading, and then Carolina gets a couple, few and far between. And it wasn't, that puck hits the linesman on the way through. This plays on sides though. So Binghamton's going to chase after. That's off the glass. Baker reversing it. It's a turnover onto the tape of Stanko. His shot's blocked by Popoff. And cleared back out to the red line. Smith faked a slap shot, then played it in front of the penalty box, as Macananama will steer it over for Bond. Smith looking over at the bench as now Ivashkin gets past Panacek, and Ivashkin, a lot of steam, cuts into the middle of the ice, tried to put it to the far post, just poked it wide. Macananama starting to creep out a little bit. He's looking over. They're saying no. Smith, a shot blocked, I believe, off the backside of Ivashkin's skate. Still waiting, back up into the line for Jesse Anderson. Anderson over for Stanko, does get it down low near the goal line. They're still communicating, and penalty coming up as Ivashkin drew the call. Holding is the infraction, and 3:03 left to go here in regulation time. Binghamton will have a power play.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to go 6-on-4 here as Macananama has made his way to the bench. That gives Carolina an opportunity just to fire at that empty net. No icing repercussion, but Binghamton has 2 extra guys on the ice, so a trade, and it looks like Binghamton's going to call its timeout as Coach Sherwood is talking to his squad. Brooks, if the Black Bears are going to get back in this game, it's going to have to start with the line, and it's going to need to be Nikita Ivashkin, Connor Smith, and Brendan Stanko contributing if they want a chance.
So Binghamton on the power play for 2 minutes, and it looks like they're going to send Macananama back in net.
Jesso had to go back too, as it looked like he was ready for the pull. It seems like he'll probably start out by the hash marks.
And it looks like Tyson Kirkby is going to let Gavin Yates come in to try to take this face off. Yates wins it cleanly back. Over for Austin Thompson. Thompson down low for Lewis, trying to find Yates on the back door. Set play.
There goes Macananama.
So maybe that just throws Carolina off the scent for a little bit. Boilar jumping the rush as the extra attacker. That's a different one,
yeah,
if I say so myself.
Interesting, but Boilard's a big body. He's going to be camped down front looking for a tip of the puck. Smart move by Coach Sherwood.
Thompson, wrister wide, held in by Yates. 6-on-4 now. As Boilar, his mission is just to park himself in front. Yates, he scores on the power play.
Welcome back, Gavin Yates. And the Black Bears get a nice goal early, Brooks. It's a 1-goal game with 2:26 to play. Gavin Yates right from the left dot. Snipes one pass. Mario Cavalieri, who has looked solid ever since he let in that second goal in the second period. But this all starts with Mathieu Boilard taking away his eyes, standing in front of the net. So Coach Sherwood's interesting play of putting the defenseman as the extra attacker pays off, as you'll see it here on your Heinz Energy replay.
Yeah, right on the tape. And hey, Coach Sherwood sees something that we don't, and having Mathieu Boilard out there as the extra attacker, taking away the eyes of the goalie. And now Stanko's going to relay the message for Macananama on when to go. So if you're Binghamton right now, get the puck in deep, try to get a face-off so you can call timeout, and you can draw something up.
I would even wait till about 1:30, a minute before I send Macananama back to the bench, but we know Coach Sherwood likes to pull the goalie early.
Cleared back out to the red line, into the skates of Boilard. It's knocked down by Kramer. And now Weber playing it over for Boilard. Macananama starts to look and will begin the stride. Need to get this puck deep. Do not lose it at the blue line. Gets behind the net, and the extra attacker is out with 2 minutes left to go. Ivashkin behind the net, stuffed chance, denied. Rebound over to Kirkby, back up to the blue line. Stenko and Weber play catch with it. All the way across for the captain, looking for a tip from Ivashkin, didn't get it. Dawson Baker, a lot of space, thrown down the length of the ice. This is icing, and Weber on his horse, getting there as fast as he can.
So the Black Bears had the extra man on in Kirkby, but still elected to have Boilard stand in front of the net, and it looks like they'll call timeout here to talk it over, or will Coach Sherwood let his guys go back out there? It looks like he just wanted to make a defensive change. Nope, Jesse Anderson signaling timeout, and Binghamton will talk it all over.
So Binghamton will call their timeout with 1:38 left to go here in regulation time. Gavin Yates has made this a one-goal game on a beautiful seam pass.
You think Binghamton's happy to have Gavin Yates back in the lineup?
I think so. That was a great shot by number 12, back in his old number.
Yeah, Liam Anderson used to have the number. I believe he switched to 16, Brooks, am I correct?
He did. And we might see Liam Anderson in 16 tomorrow night.
Connor Smith's old number. So number roulette playing a little bit there.
8 different Black Bears have a point tonight. Yates, Ivashkin, and Kirkby, the goal scorers. And they're going to send Stenko, Kirkby, Ivashkin, Smith with Boilar and Bond out for the extra attacker.
So it looks like it's the line. Kirkby's the extra attacker. Bond will probably be the back defenseman playing up top, and I wouldn't be surprised if Boilard crashed the net again.
98 seconds left to go. Face-off won by the Black Bears. It gets over to Bond. Bond throws it into the skates of a Carolina defender off the wall and out of the blue line. Bond lost his stick in the process. He's going to touch up. Binghamton with control of the puck, 1:25 left to go. Now Boilar dumps in, takes a bounce off a Carolina glove, and Cavalier can only get a stick to it. Cavalieri, rather. That's cleaned down the length of the ice. Linesman touches up, and that forces Binghamton to go off sides, and that is a big, big, big unfortunate situation for Binghamton right there. If that goes the length of the ice, it's icing, and Binghamton gets an offensive zone faceoff. Instead, it's neutral zone.
And interestingly enough, they'll keep Connor McAnanima on the bench. Some coaches will elect to put their goalie back until they win the draw. Coach Sherwood not seeing enough time on the clock to really play around.
Yates wins it cleanly back to Jesse Anderson. 70 seconds left to go here on Friday night. Mac Lewis chips it in. Makes it down low below the goal line. Kennedy's there to play it, tries to tie it up and pin it against the kick plate. Yates given a rough ride by Gus Ford. Lewis trying to get his stick back from Kennedy. Do so, they have some open guys up at the point, and precious seconds coming off the clock. 50 now. It gets up to Weber. Weber over to Jesse Anderson. There's a big pile in front of the net. They're trying to find the open man. Wrister wide. Yates almost had it right on his tape with a yawning net. Anderson back over for Yates. Takes a whack from Ford. That wasn't a little aggressive. 30 seconds left to go. Shot blocked by Salak. He does get it deep. Won't make the line for icing. Jesse Anderson, plenty of time. Off the wall and off the glass. Yates takes a heavy hit, and you need to let Carolina touch it. And Temper's going to flare with 18 seconds left to go.
You got to hope you didn't just take a retaliatory penalty, which I think Yates might get baited into. You want to go up the extra man with 17 or 18 rather seconds to play here, Brooks, but Yates is going to find a seat in the sin bin along with Jacob Schnapp.
So 18 seconds left to go. And Cole, I think you're right. I think Yates is going to get tagged for a retaliatory penalty there.
Yates just let the emotion boil over. Not so much a smart play. It was a hit from behind from Schnapp. It drew the attention of Kirkby and Yates, but they had to let their heads kind of go there and let Carolina touch this puck if you want a chance to win this game. So we'll see how it all shakes out, but this might have just cooked the Black Bear Goose. or I guess with Thanksgiving coming up, the turkey. But it looks like we're going to get a power play out of this. As that handsome power play voice plays.
So Binghamton, they've announced the penalties, and quite frankly, I don't know how Binghamton's on the power play. They'll take it. 18 seconds left to go. One good chance, but one good clear ought to do it for Carolina.
This draw is crucial, Brooks. It's a must win. And it looks like it's going to be in the hands of Brendan Stanko.
So this is the 6th power play of the night officially for the Black Bears. Binghamton is 2 for 5. Carolina also 2 for 5. Binghamton wins it back. Bond over to Boyd Lahr, lets it rip. High riser off the glass. Rebound to Ivashkin, 12 ticks left to go. Stanko, Stanson's in on the back end. Save, rebound, they score! Connor Smith, he ties the game up at 4. 3 power play goals for the Black Bears. 5 seconds left to go.
Listen to this place go with 5.6. Connor Smith cleans up the rebound from Brendan Stanko, and Brooks, who is in the center of it all. The line, Stanko, Ivashkin, and Connor Smith. The best line in the Fed right now. Cashes in, Brooks. We're 5 seconds away from extra hockey as Schnapp taking that penalty. Looks boneheaded at the moment. Here it is on your replay. Stanko gets the pass there, and it's Connor Smith, the Cowboy, tying it at 4. Biggest play of the season, Brooks. And where there's a will, there's a way.
Final face-off of regulation time is won by Carolina. It's dumped in. Binghamton down 2 in the final 5 minutes of the 3rd period. Have made it to overtime once again. We're headed to the Toyota RAV 4th period. We're gonna keep it right here. Cole, how did the Black Bears do it in that final 5?
Well, it started with pressure, Brooks, and winning face-offs. They were able to get possession of the puck, throw it at the net, and really overwhelm Mario Cavalier as you hear the Binghamton faithful saluting its team that just committed their second 2-goal comeback. And let's listen to Frank Purdy and this crowd go nuts. And Brooks, I said it when they went down by 2 with 5 to go. It has to start with the line, and they're the ones who cash in and tie this game up with 5 to go. It reminds me of the game winner that Tyler Jurich scored in the first season with 3 seconds to go. This one, though, ties the game, forcing overtime.
It's the Toyota RAV 4th period. Check out your local Toyota dealer and take the Toyota RAV4 out for a test drive today. Probably not open right now. Why don't you go in tomorrow?
Yes, or better yet, go Sunday, come to the rematch between these two teams tomorrow.
There you go. So, Yates and Schnapp are still in the penalty box.
Which is a big loss for Binghamton because Yates is such a smooth mover with the puck and loves to take the tour of Binghamton down there around the net, which draws defenders to him, leaving guys open. But we got 3-on-3 hockey, Brooks, reminiscent of the series these two played last year with Game 2 going to overtime. Carolina was able to come back in that game after giving a late goal to Jake Schultz tying it to win it. And that's when we had that big brawl after the game ensued.
So both of these teams remain unbeaten in regulation. Binghamton, 8 games in, has not lost in 60 minutes. Carolina, 5 games in, has not lost in 60 minutes. Both very exceptional stats. But someone's going to grab the extra point tonight. Each team has secured 1 point in the standings. Carolina in the Continental, Binghamton in the Empire. So, just so, and Panachuk do battle. Binghamton with first possession in overtime. Jusso, Kirkby, and Bond for the Black Bears.
Look at the trust Coach Sherwood's putting in the newbie Dakota Bond to be out there in the first shift of overtime.
Panacek, Salak, and Kennedy for Carolina. Jusso drops it back over for Kirkby. Saucers it up for Bond. Almost an own goal, and Cavalieri melts it down, wanted to play it quickly. And the referee quick on the whistle there.
Well, you can see that play ensuing as Dakota Bond was taking a chance, rushing to the net. Kirkby almost feathered the puck to him, as you see it here on your Heinz Energy replay. He feathers the puck, it hits the stick of the defender. That was John Salak, and it almost finds the back of the net.
Carolina won the face-off, but they gave it right back to Binghamton. Boilar knocked down, trying to center up. Booming one-timer from Stanko is knocked into the crowd off the netting. And I think that was a misplay by Carolina in their own end right there. They just softly played it off the glass, and Boilar very calmly just knocks it down, keeps it alive. Now it's Smith, Stanko, and Boilar against Firth, Baker, and Ford.
Great effort from Boilar, especially in these last 10 minutes, but especially on that last play. He's been sensational tonight. One of the reasons they're back in this game.
Boilar, a lot of space. Wrister, that time it's blocked by Firth. And I think that might have caught him up high too, as he went diving to block that one.
Carolina not having the start to this overtime that they'd like. They're letting Binghamton get as much possession as they possibly could want, getting pucks to the net, and they really need to change something up here if they want a chance to come back and win this game. I believe it was John Butita last year who won it in overtime, and he'll take the ice now again with Dominic Dumas.
They join Clay Keeley on the defense, and Carolina finally does win a faceoff here in overtime. Stanko separates his man from the puck temporarily, but John Butita now skates away. Boilar trying to knock it away from the Carolina captain, and it makes its way into the corner. McAnanamaw gave it a look, but instead left it where Keeley's waiting for it. Stanko now with control. Binghamton stopping and starting in their own end, and Stanko wisely plays it over to Boilar. 3:45 left to go in the fourth period of tonight's contest.
Yeah, this gives Binghamton a chance to change. 3-on-3 hockey is all about man-on-man and not giving any ground. So we'll see if Binghamton can bait Carolina into doing something stupid.
Ivashkin with it now behind the net. They play it up for Weber. Weber almost lost the handle on it, but he is back defensively. And Carolina wisely didn't have the numbers. They take a look up at the clock. That's Peter Panacek. And he'll pull it behind his own net, forcing Ivashkin to play defense here. He's going to go up against Salak. Salak cuts through the middle of the ice, driving it back for Panacek. Give and go action. Touch pass had McAnanamaw down in the splits. Nothing comes of it. Carolina, though, still in control. All the way across for Panacek. They have Thompson marking him man on man. And Panacek doesn't like what he sees, and he'll just pull it out of the zone. That allows Weber to get off for a line change, and Thompson will go as well, and Ivashkin. All three get off for Binghamton. Rare situation there. But Gus Ford on the ice picks up his engine as he has a high load of steam, trying to dance it around a Binghamton defender. That's Jusso, beautifully defended by Jusso, who has a little bit of words for Ford. After that, halfway through overtime, 2:25 left to go. So Binghamton had the first push, and now Carolina has the second. Kramer scored on the power play. Ford angle, a blocker save made, and Binghamton has numbers coming the other way. Need to make it count. Kirkby over to Bond. Jusso in the slot. Save made by Cavalieri. Kirkby down low in the corner trying to find it, a teammate. It's down low. Cavalieri played it outside the crease, and Kirkby tied up, is going to try to get back.
Kirkby was just too low to try to bang in that rebound. He got himself too deep. Otherwise, this game ends with Binghamton on top.
Kennedy from a very low angle has Ford dancing through, give and go action between 4 and 10. Back up to the line. Now Ford matched up against Bond. Has an angle. Kick save made by McAnanamaw. Rebound still available and calmly collected by Dakota Bond. Here's the crowd cheering for the Black Bears. They cross over. They're on sides. Wise play by Jusso there to come back. Carolina goes for a line. Oh, no, they fake it. Baker comes in. Jusso tried to shelf it. Off the glass, trying to get over to the rebound, just so goes over for a change.
These are the moments you'd love to have Gavin Yates fresh with his legs, being able to really control the play here, Brooks.
We haven't had a whistle. Their penalty time is up. Stretch pass. Over for Panicek. Ivashkin marking Butita. Panicek peppered by Smith. Smith is going to give a little bit of chase for Cavalieri. Off the wall, held in by Ivashkin, right back to Smith. Give and go. Ivashkin lost his handle on it. Now Binghamton's going to skate. Connor Smith is going to get back defensively. Ivashkin should take the trailer. Wrister wide. And then, boy, Lara took a little bit of a whack on the way through on the end of that. 30 seconds left to go here in overtime. Butita waiting for the trailer. Firth blocked by Ivashkin. Can he muster up the strength to get it out? He does. Now Thompson skating around Butita. Wrister save. Kirkby not in the right spot on the doorstep for the rebound. Now going back the other way. 13 seconds left. Butita dancing at the red line. Gets it to the open man. Keeley through everybody. Seen by McAnanama. 4 minutes and 55 seconds of non-stop action.
Take a breath, Brooks Hill. Take a breath. Has Nikita Ivashkin just in too much pain to get it going. Tyson Kirkby once again just a little too low, but nothing wrong with his play crashing the nets. It's exactly what you're supposed to do. We're 5 seconds away from our second shootout of the season. Connor McAnanama was the goalie for the first down in Danbury. And Gavin Yates will more than likely get his chance.
Horn sounds.
It doesn't look like the message has been relayed to Schnapp and Connor Smith.
Oh, goodness. We are going to another shootout. Nobody could hear the horn. And now it is time for a 3-round shootout. Cole, tell everybody how that's going to work.
Well, we're going to have the shooters go in one-on-one with the goaltender, and whoever can beat the goaltender more times in their 3 rounds will walk away with the extra point. If neither team can win after 3 rounds, we keep going until one team is crowned a winner. And Brooks, who do you think we're going to see? I'm going to guess my 3. Yates, Stanko, and Smith.
That's a good guess. Also worth noting that the home team does get to pick if they go first or second.
I always liked going second. I liked being able to have the team one with my stick, and it looks like Coach Sherwood agrees, and I believe it's Peter Panicek who's going to start us off. I'm sure he'll be followed by Gus Ford and probably John Petito. And before we get started, Brooks, McAnanama looked good in the shootout last time down in Danbury, only surrendering 1 shootout goal, which was the difference maker.
All right, Peter Panicek first up for Coach Steve Harrison's club. We've gone 65 minutes and haven't decided a winner. Carolina will shoot first. Panicek will start outside, now inside the dots. Coming, forehand, backhand denied by McAnanama.
Well, Panicek just got too deep there, Brooks. He had McAnanama down, and he went to the backhand move. He came in real slow, trying to bait him. Couldn't get him.
Look who's hopping over the boards, Cole.
JT Walters. That's an interesting play by Sherwood, but okay. We'll see if JT can come cash in. Maybe he's had some luck in practice.
So JT Walters, first man for the Black Bears. He comes in, stays right in the middle, and he glove save by Cavalieri.
Well, that was a good attempt there by JT as he tried baiting Cavalieri down with the tap of his stick and then going top shelf. JT did play some forward back in the day, if I'm not wrong, with the Elmira Enforcers. So I'm sure he's got a bit of a scoring touch, just more of a lockdown defender nowadays.
Now the reigning MVP, second for Carolina. He goes out wide. McAnanama comes in trying to match the speed. Ford comes in, and he beats McAnanama to the low glove side.
Well, there's a reason he's the reigning MVP, Brooks. He has a lightning shot. He came in onto his left, dekes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he just beats McAnanama nice and clean. And here comes Gavin Yates.
So Gavin Yates with the opportunity to tie it up here in round number 2. Yates out to the dots. He comes in, the lefty, denied by the leg pad of Cavalieri.
He was looking to go 5-hole there, Brooks, and Cavalieri just swallowed it up before Yates could even get that shot off. So it's going to be all on the shoulders of Connor McAnanama to make this save and give Binghamton one last chance to tie it up.
So Roman Kramer, second on the score sheet tonight on the power play, has a chance to end it. He comes out wide, fakes, and denied by McAnanama with the leg.
Well, what a recovery by McAnanama. He got beat down low, and it looked like Roman Kramer could roof it and stop the game, but he doesn't. He doesn't. Sorry, Brooks, I'm getting my tongue tied with all the excitement. And it's Connor Smith who has the game on his stick.
Smith needs it to extend it to round number 4. The righty comes in, and he's denied. Cavalieri got a piece of it, and that'll be it here on Friday night. Binghamton falls in the shootout 1-0, and Carolina grabs the extra point as they will head to the locker room. Winners tonight, the rematch tomorrow night. Binghamton did everything to claw back into this one. They grab a point, down by 2, under 5. Every point's gonna matter when it comes down to it, and they remain unbeaten in regulation time. Second shootout loss of the season for McAnanama. You have to feel for him that the 2 games that he's played, they've been shootout deficits.
Well,
but you press on, and now you turn towards tomorrow.
Well, Brooks, absolutely nothing to hang your head on about this game. The Black Bears showed drive and fight. They fought all the way back, twice being down by 2, and they steal a point from the Carolina Thunderbirds, who can enjoy the win for now, but when they look back at the tape, they won't like the way those last 2 minutes played out.
We'll be back right after this for the La Quinta Inn & Suites postgame show. Final score, Carolina 5, Binghamton 4 in the shootout. We'll be back right after this.
Advancements in new clinical therapies are made possible by heroes like you. Velocity Clinical Research is looking for volunteers to participate in clinical research studies. Compensation is provided. There's a Velocity location near you on Old Vestal Road in Vestal. Learn more about participating and becoming a Velocity medical hero today.
Whether you're a high school or college athlete or a weekend warrior, Guthrie is the area's premier sports medicine program, offering injury evaluation, concussion management, physical therapy, and more. With a full team of providers across New York and Pennsylvania offering same or next day appointments, Guthrie gets you back in the game as quickly as possible. Call the Guthrie Sports Medicine team today at 866-GUTHRIE or learn more at guthrie.org/sportsmed.